Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Elements in Shadow with What Team Comp, where we're all counting down the silliness that is just us existing. Because you know what? It's fun to just exist. So, you guys ready to begin?
Yes.
Alright.
Maybe.
Maybe.
For those of you who don't watch our other campaigns, I have been giving all kinds of emotional whiplash
You've
to
been
Taro.
targeted by every session.
Taro
You've
really
been targeted
does.
by every session this week. I want this.
The stars aligned beautifully.
Taro,
One's
stop
really
making
bad
fucking.
and one's really great, I think.
Stop making really secretive characters, and this shit would stop happening.
Look! When I made Azar, I was like, alright, we're not making a secret character. He's gonna be a pure, wholesome boy. He's exactly what he seems like.
Liar!
And then Don goes over here and says there's some shit coming up for him. Fuck this!
Tara just threw her chair in sheer frustration. Oh
I'm gonna
goodness.
just be over here, minding my goddamn business.
Don't worry, it won't happen to him yet.
Somewhere there's a god that's just sitting there like, I wonder how I can fuck with this one. Knitting.
I thought it was Taro. I thought it was. I didn't start the fire.
What?
I thought the song was gonna be "I didn't start the fire."
No, it's a good one too, but I really like the soundtrack from this movie, and this one specifically is great for him, so.
So, when we last left off, you guys had tracked down the raiding parties, or not raiding, the hunting parties' tracks, found where a couple of giants, an elemental, and lots of gnolls and hyenas were. And after a little bit of sneaking around and less sneaking around, you guys got into conflict with them. Were able to essentially let the gnolls go for the most part, except for the ones who, you know, got fucked the hell up by the fastest man alive at the moment, or at least for that minute. For a minute, he was the fastest man alive in his
My
mind.
name is Gary
False on
Ballin.
crack. Oh no!
My name is Barry Allen, and I am not the fastest man alive. I'm actually like the fourth as you watch the show more.
That
He lies every episode.
Gary Balance.
I mean, in his own mind, he can think he's the fastest man alive. That being said, the gnolls, for the time being, seem to have been like, yep, you fucked up the giant who killed our, you know, our hyena. It was a good
baby.
hyena. The hyenas were just like, you're not gonna kill us? Okay, we'll yes, give us scritches. they seem to be, granted, they are still animals and very dangerous, but you also rolled pretty good on your animal handling checks, if I remember right. Probably don't. Let's see here.
Guru, I just thought about the biggest weird Noel question. Like the hyena,
Yes.
can you get the male confused for the or the female confused as a male?
Yeah, I already guessed it. Yes.
Oh
Okay.
Jesus!
You can absolutely get confused.
Okay. You know why I asked that, Guru?
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say that. That you could get angry at.
If I would get angry at it, I appreciate it.
Let's continue.
I'll DM it to you, Guru.
Sure. So, you guys finished that. You guys got some loot that apparently these giants just kind of had on them. You don't know
At least
where
it's not
exactly.
a snot-covered rug like last time.
Yep. This time's granted it was not in the best shape, but it wasn't snot covered. And one of them did get away. Just
Yeah.
got away.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll tell them fucking tribe about that as well, so that they can be on the lookout.
There
Mm-hmm.
you go, Guru.
I am aware of this science.
That-
Well, biology, but you know what I mean. It is a form of the sciences. The science of
No
anatomy.
one was Guru. No one was correcting you. You
I
had
know,
that
I
one.
know.
You
I
you
did.
did have to defend yourself.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so used to having to defend myself. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, I believe you guys said that you wanted to head back after you had sent your new Silver Raven animal messenger to go and deliver the news ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
How smart is
the
Ellie's
Raven.
people again?
How what?
How smart is Ellie's people?
How what again?
That's subjective.
Smart.
Smart? Yeah, it
It's-
seems like it's
yeah,
kinda
I was
all
about to say,
over.
look like it's subjective. You're just not one of the stupid ones.
I was saying because I love the idea of the bird flying to like the village and it's like liar and just thinks it's sent by the giants or something.
They have a cleric. They have multiple clerics actually.
I like how you're saying that the cleric is the reason why they'll be fine.
I mean, the mother, for God's sakes. I love the dad, but the dad is not the one who's intelligent in the relationship.
Ugh. Yes. So are we traveling back?
I believe so.
Okay.
Someone, please, God, pull Ellie away from this hyena. She can't bring herself to do it.
I thought they already left.
Had they?
They started.
Okay,
leaving
thank
already.
God. Okay.
I don't think. Azar probably isn't really in the habit of looting bodies. I don't think he would have been looking.
I already chopped off 3 fingers.
Yeah, and he helped with that. And I think he's good. He's good with that.
Alright. Wonderful.
Forrest is apologizing to Lathander in prayer for kicking the shit, ever-loving shit out of these.
Alright. So, you guys make your way back. It's more in the evening by the time you guys return. Not quite sundown, sun's still up in the sky, but you return, and before you make it all the way back, you see just a little just raven just fall out of the sky and just kind of, well, not fall, obviously, glide, but comes down and just kind of like circles around you all and eventually lands on whoever will let them.
Ellie will.
Yeah, I was gonna say Alacha seems to be kind of.
The owner.
Owner.
Yeah.
Okay. It would go to Alash, and then if anyone like held out their hand, it would just kind of hop around between it, since you all are a group.
Hold the little silver bird.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I can't.
Rip. The fuck are you trying to do? You know what? Never mind.
Just trying to do a thing. That's all.
Give up?
Yeah. Just don't worry about it.
I mean, I give up with you. I give up with you.
Don't worry about it.
Yes, don't worry. Yeah. Gonna fucking end your existence.
Here, where's my dice? I'll do this on dice instead.
Oh my.
Anyway, does it come back to Alasha then, or?
Yes, it comes back to Alash because Alash was the one who sent it out, and then it just kind of hops around to everyone.
I realized I left Jiren with a bunch of curious kids. Oh god.
Yeah, I guess when Azar noticed, it's just like, hey, check it! Mithril's back.
Oh god damn it.
That's one of the names someone threw around, so he remembered that.
Yeah.
Silver-eyed.
Right, silver-eyed.
I thought he was going to say bright-eyed, and I was about to like just fucking give up.
Alright. Does it say, does it would it have a message back for us?
I don't
It
think
casts
it can
animal.
talk.
It's Animal Messenger from you guys to them, not the other way around.
Yeah.
That's how Animal Messenger works. It's not like sending where you send a message and they reply.
Okay.
It's pretty much you send a bird to scream at a person and then the bird comes back.
Essentially, just have rats just coming through the walls and just look up at the king. You will die alone.
No, that's horrible.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I guess on the way back, Azar would just be running his mouth like usual.
Ellie will indulge him.
Yeah, I don't know. He'd probably be like going on about like how cool everyone was in the fight or something.
Sounds about right.
Ellie
Yeah.
will be throwing compliments back at this man.
Oh yeah. Well, he's gonna focus it on Pharos. He's gonna start talking about Pharos and how cool he was.
Forrest will look uncomfortable. To be real honest.
It's not gonna stop him.
That
Slowly
sounds like
turns
an
head
amazing thing.
towards Elastia so his attention switches somewhere. I
You
mean,
look
he
a
seems
bird.
like a line of sight kind of person, so
I mean, you would have to verbally say something about Elisha, but then yes, he'll go off about Elisha too.
to point out how she cast a spell and how she was keeping everyone alive.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go off about how cool that was. He probably
There we go.
didn't even see everything that was going on, so he's also like, "What? Really?"
He just kept hearing all he kept hearing was thunder and going, it doesn't look like it's gonna rain.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Wonderful. Wait, shit. Did I have the tab open? Okay, good.
Bruh.
Well, I have to have the tab open for all the names, because otherwise I'm going to just get them all wrong.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I need the tab
no,
open so I can get them all wrong.
I swear to
I'm sorry.
ironically, I've now given Azar an excuse to fuck up names because two of them have fucking virtually the same name.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Jesse is just like, oh, I'm nursing my wounds.
Nursing my wounds, my boo boo.
I mean, he was he the one?
No, he got fucked
yeah, He
up.
got fucked up. Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah,
He had expected a lot more people to charge it with him. He had 6 HP.
To be fair,
he has
a rock
6 HP.
landed on my head. I had plans to follow, but then that happened.
You know, casually.
Azar's still gonna say how cool it was that he went in there like that, though. He's gonna
Ellie's-
talk it up.
Ellie's giving the disapproving mom look
Yep.
before she fucking punches his shoulder and agrees with Azar.
Yeah, he like kind of like looks like yay, and then he kind of like ow. He like straightens up and then he's like ow.
Oh my god. Can't stop yawning. But yeah. Do we make it back fine?
Please, God.
Yes, you make it back fine.
Okay. And once we get back,
Everyone's kind of like, hey, yeah, you're back, and they're like, you're very happy to see that you're back and you're alive.
How much? I almost called him Alex. How much does Jesse weigh?
Jesse is a Goliath. He's
You know what? Fuck it. I'll pick him up. He needs healing.
No, he
make an
doesn't.
athletics check.
Realistically, we took a short rest.
yeah,
He was helping me. He was helping me carve.
right.
Yeah. He didn't actually take a short rest because she was like, I need help with this. He's like, okay.
No. To be fair, I didn't say shit.
No,
He
no.
offered.
No, yeah. No, I realized that after because I realized he was like, yes, I am, yes.
Also, 25.
Yes, you lift him up.
I will carry him to the healing tent. Medic!
I can walk there myself, thank you.
Killed Donna. Nope, you are a very.
I
dumb
can
warrior.
walk there myself.
Paris, question. Wait, Paris. Wait, Gert, how much? He's not wearing armor.
Jesse?
Oh no, I'm most likely over encumbered.
Jesse is not wearing armor.
I'm very likely over encumbered, so I'm not running. You are a hero today, and you will not walk. That's my treat.
I want to walk, though. I like walking. It's how I get places.
Then let someone else walk for you. That's how you also get places.
What? Just a reminder, he is dumber than Ellie is.
Oh no! I didn't know that.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he is just
Oh
like
no.
you're saying these things, and he's just like, "What? I don't understand." Like he's like, "So what else? But I have 2 feet."
I'm gonna let him stew in that mental crisis and take the time to take him to a medical tent while he does.
Forrest looks very confused at Ellie.
The Ellie what?
Forrest just looks confused at Ellie.
He keeps getting out at the fucking last part of the sentence.
At you!
Yeah, he
Oh,
just looks
okay.
confused at Ellie.
Yes,
It
and
kept
Ellie.
the way it kept ending sounded like it was getting cut off for some reason.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Also, she makes no fucking sense. So
Yeah, she's not making any sense whatsoever.
I'm in a very hyper happy mood, so expect more fucking weirdness from Ellie. I'm very sorry in advance.
You're fine. It's perfect Ellie, Ellie.
Actually, do I know specifically which tent my mother tends to reside in? Are there any markings to differentiate it?
Not really. You just kind of have to go around and eventually find her.
I'll take him to the nearest then. Because if I just walk around camp shouting "Mom," eventually he's going to get loose.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the only reason he's not struggling right now is because he's literally dead weighting you.
This is fine.
You're definitely only walking 20 feet every 6 seconds, unless you're
This is
trying
fine.
to dash.
Oh. Can
This is
can
fine.
Can
Yep.
I help?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll help.
Fucking gurney
Totally
his
cool with this
body.
idea.
I don't like this. Okay, Azar grabs legs. I like this even less.
He's just like being held between you guys, just like as you guys are like passing people, he's like looking at them, and he's just like, "Can you believe this shit?" And the people are just looking at him, just like, no, like he says like he's like at one point he says, "Help me," and they're just like, "No."
There is no help for you.
Azar's just like, yeah, we're gonna take care of you, man. Don't worry.
It'll be fine.
Would you like help? And he looks at Jesse.
We're already helping him.
Wait, I know that tone of voice. No,
Maybe.
please. No, he's no.
I
Ellie
want.
like winces in preparation.
I want
What'd
to
you say?
use my own 2 feet.
Ellie, please put him down.
I just wanted to treat him.
I don't
is more
need a
fun.
treat. My treat is being
People
able to
should
walk on
have
my
to-
own.
You should have to get permission to touch somebody if they do not wish to be touched.
She'll put him down. Actually, she'll have to tell Azar to set him down because if I do just set him down, he's gonna conk his head.
I mean, to be fair, that would not be the first time he's done that. He would probably just get back up and be like, "Oh, finally."
That's fair.
I mean, Azar will let go, but he doesn't wanna.
That's
Thought
fair.
this was funny.
It is hilarious.
Ellie and Azar are a duo that should never have been introduced.
Forrest
love
is just like, the guy doesn't want to be touched. Put him the fuck down.
He just didn't want to be carried. It's not touched.
Yeah, he doesn't mind being touched. It's just, why are you carrying me?
Azar is still gonna like kind of pat Jesse on the back and like escort him anyway to where.
Yeah, escorting and letting him walk, he's fine with.
Mom! Now that I don't have to carry him.
He just goes into one of the medical tents. When he gets there, he pats you on the shoulder, and he's just like, "When I'm feeling better, we're gonna punch each other in the face."
He immediately grins and he's like nodding.
I call fighting terror.
He's like, I'm gonna hold you to that later.
Good! Tara just looks at you just like... Gives you like a quirk of like, you sure?
She grins almost ferally. Yes.
Kind of looks over to the rest of the party, just kind of shrugs. I warned her.
To be fair, we warn her all the time. It doesn't do much.
She points to Alasha.
Oh, what time of day is it, by the way?
Almost sundown. Maybe
Ooh.
an hour before.
Yeah, Azar's looking around. He's like, almost food time?
Ooh, I'm
I swear to God.
Yes, it is almost food time. You can smell some of the food being cooked.
I love that he can keep up with fucking time of day based upon food.
Well,
He has
just
keen mind
grinning.
because of his nose.
Can't
He's
you?
grinning. He's like, awesome, I'm gonna go help. And he just goes to the kitchens to help again.
Okay.
He likes cooking.
Of course.
And gossiping.
You know, everything here and there and, you know, all over the place, all that fun stuff.
He'll help
I'll
them
fo-
with the spice pouch again if they want
I'll follow Azar
It
just
doesn't
'cause
always... Oh, good.
I need tips on cooking. She's gonna follow just for that.
it.
You're able to help out with the bits that you can cover with the spice pouch. Obviously, you can't get to all of it, but it helps where it is.
Mm-hmm. He's just having fun talking with everyone, really.
Mm-hmm.
As he does.
Of course.
Probably telling everyone about the ridiculously cool fight they all just had. And glorifying it.
If need be, I'll add in certain details.
I will remove certain details.
Oh, is Paros there too?
Correct. Excuse me. I will correct certain details. Should probably be how I word it.
Yeah, that's better phrasing.
Oh yeah, Azar's gonna be like, nah, they're just being modest.
Ellie only looks at Frost like, I tried.
He's having fun. And that's all he's gonna do until food time.
All right. Yep.
I'll probably get halfway or bored halfway through and try and find Jiren.
Fair enough.
I'll call him if he responds or if he comes to me.
Are you looking for Bubba?
No, I'm looking for Jiren, I think was the monkey's name, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah,
Jaren.
Jaren.
Jaren, thank you. I don't know why I want to
Jaren.
call him Jiren.
It's a
Jaren.
DBZ character.
Oh my god!
You're not wrong.
Jaren!
You see kids playing over in an area, and then you see like the kids are clearly having a good time. And
I'm surprised that monkey hasn't attacked by now. That's a wild animal.
Right!
Oh,
Cast
no.
darkness!
Oh yeah, no. The monkey is running like all around between like jumping off of them. Like it is clearly chaos, and it's unclear whether or not the kids are playing a game that Jaren is enjoying and a part of, or if he's
It's hard
just
to tell if it's antagonizing or not.
yeah.
Jaren, come here!
Runs over to you and just like flying like jumps onto people's heads, just boing boing boing. People like watching as it just bounces around. All the others are just kind of like looking at it, just like stare for a moment. It's not the strangest thing they've seen. Flies over, jumps onto your shoulder, just hides behind you, pops up his head.
I'm assuming they were roughhousing a little bit too much.
Some of the kids are like coming over, and you just see Jaren just like slowly like raising a hand up,
No.
like leans back, like staring at you, like
If you're
raises
gonna
a hand
cast
up,
a spell, please no.
holds hand up again.
Fuck them kids.
What is he doing? That's what I'm thinking. Just hide my hair if you're scared of him.
Shoop.
Yep, there it is. What did you guys do to him?
Your fucking hair? It's a great way to get monkey shit in your hair, but okay, Chief, go off.
It's probably not the worst thing that you had.
Beauty trends can be very weird. Don't judge.
I swear to God!
The kids just like crowd around you. They of course, they adore you, and they're just like bouncing around you, just like having a good time.
What were you doing to the poor thing?
He just started just jumping around, and he was having a good time, and we thought he was having a good time.
Did you pull on anything that you weren't supposed to?
Oh, yeah. All the kids looked at the one kid who was just like, yeah.
The fucking snitch.
Animals don't like it if you tug on their tails or their ears.
Well, we didn't tug. We poked.
Some people don't like being poked, so listen. You don't like it if I poke you, do you? She'll like poke one of them, like in a particular spot.
Don't Pillsbury Doughboy this group.
They are totally Pillsbury Doughboying this.
I mean, to be fair, I poked a ticklish spot, so that was the point.
Yeah.
Huh? Do you? Do you like it when I do this? She keeps poking.
That kid's gonna grow up to have a very strange fetish.
Oh my
Oh, no.
god!
I hope Adult Me understands these feelings I'm having right now.
Jesus. She'll pick up the kid and start heading back to the fucking good
Why
hair.
is D&D teaching me I fucking hate kids even more than I thought I already did?
Oh
Oh my god!
They just kind of wiggle under your arms, just having a good time,
She is clan momming at this point.
pretty much.
She'll wave at Asar because I'm sure she passes him.
Oh, yeah. If he notices, he'll wave back. He's still busy, though.
I'll try and keep them entertained until food.
Fair enough.
I mean, it shouldn't be hard. She's a fucking jungle gym. And should worst come to worst, Jaren can hide in her bag.
Yep. At the very worst comes to worst sort. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. I just heard something falling. I don't know what it was.
Oh, no.
The class has become possessed!
Welcome to Owning a Cat 101.
Right. Swear to God. We let the cat wander the living room a few days ago, and he vanished into the kitchen, and, like, Mom at first, like, he's not gonna get on the counter, is he? I'm like, I don't know. And she came in. It took him not
5
even
minutes.
a minute. No, fuck that. It took him not even a minute to try and be opening the fucking sugar on the counter.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Because she just vanished around the corner and just hear, get down from there! And he comes running back into the living room.
It knows.
He knows what he did. Oh my god. My friend has this fucking mug in his house that I just sat and looked at him because I'm tempted to steal. Because he said it's a D&D party, and the party it's D&D party. The party doesn't stop. It never stops until the healer's dead and we're out of potions.
Yeah. That's right.
Sorry about that. Apparently that was false alarm because I could not see anything that looked like it had fallen over.
I even heard it
Must
from
be
Mike, so I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, not a clue. So
Maybe
moving
something fell
forward,
inside the cabinet.
Yes, continuing.
That is
Yes.
far more possibility, but we're moving forward. So you guys, eventually have dinner. Things seem to be just casually, calmly settling down. Is there anything you guys want to do after dinner?
You said there was
Probably.
some Dragonborn in this tribe, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Azar's gonna go talk to them.
I should probably inform the chief of what has occurred.
You're right.
So I'll try and find Mom
He's-
and Dad as my voice.
You're at the dinner.
cracks.
You'd be able to find and eat with them.
I'm not gonna tell them over food.
I mean, you can find and eat with them, is what I said. I didn't say
Okay.
find and talk to them. I said find and eat with them.
So,
Go enjoy family time, bitch.
and I'm dead. I have good news and I have bad news.
News is news.
Which do you want first?
Whichever you feel will be the most important to tell first.
She goes cross-eyed for a few seconds. Okay, good news first then. We found the hill giants and Earth Elemental and some hyena people and some hyenas. And we took care of the giants. Well, that was the bad news. One of the hill giants got away, and I don't know in particular if he was a fighter or... And she gestures to her mom.
Right? Yeah, there's a moment like he just stares at you and then he just like head just looks back to you.
I don't know if he was physical or magical. Because he didn't come up and smack me with a club.
Paris, that's the one that casted haste.
Would I... Oh, yeah, no, fucking, yeah. Okay,
Velasha
so,
would've been
yeah.
able to say at the very least.
Okay, so, never mind. Redact that. He was the magical one. The magical one got away.
You see him kind of slowly, like, lean forward a little bit.
Hill giants don't typically know magic, do they?
It depends. I don't like that it depends, but it does depend. If it's what I think...
What do you think it is?
Part of me wishes to not say.
Dad, come on.
He holds up a hand. I will say it. I just don't want to. I've been afraid of this being a possibility, and I've been trying to keep my eyes and ears open, but if there's an actual magic-using giant, then that means that I'm not wrong, I'm not off, and possibly worst of all, I'm right. As I'm sure you're aware, whenever I'm right, I tend to be upset about that.
Your hunches don't usually go wrong.
I wish they'd go wrong a little bit more so I could be a little less sure that things are about to go sideways.
I think Mom sometimes wishes that too, so she doesn't have to heal you.
To be fair, he's been getting better at that. And slowly looks to him. Sometimes.
There it is.
I have been getting better at it. He's just like looking away, just like, I have. Shush.
It only took you 20 years. She's saying the biggest shit-eating grin.
You see his eyes like slowly roll upwards, looking at the sky, just like,
How hard can I punt my daughter again?
Not hard enough.
You say this.
No, I'm saying she'll just come back. Because he won't kill me.
Regardless, moving forward from that, don't make me flick your nose. I'll do it. Like shaking his finger at you.
Love you.
Flicks your nose. Warned you I would.
Anyway.
That being said, giants, especially hill giants, are not incredibly indigenous to Mervale. Mostly due to the fact that the last time they tried to interpose their position into Mervale, they were met with resistance, putting it lightly. They were repulsed, they were repelled, and they were sent packing. However, Dervalk has had to deal with them a lot more than us, particularly hill giants and stone giants, a few cloud giants and storm giants on occasion, or at least if I remember him right. Kind of like looks to his wife and he just kind of gives a slight, like a thoughtful, I think that's right.
Okay, so I'm sorry to interrupt. Dawn, can you put down how to spell Mervale and Dervolk for me, please? Because I've completely forgotten. And if I forgot, I can't find it to figure out how it's spelled.
Yeah, no worries. Let me grab my notebook. Wait, where'd my notebook go? Son of a... Oh, it's at my foot.
Is that what fell?
No, that was already at my foot. Already fell. It's probably something in my cupboard. As soon as you said my cupboard, I'm like,
Thank you. I'm sorry. I just
It's the name of the country is Paris.
Okay, there's not a map, so I have less of a point of reference.
I know. I need to work on that, but I've also been working all this week, so and
I
I've been
am not
forgetting most of the times before. I know. I'm joking with you. I'm joking with you.
I'm sorry, so they're not indigenous in Mervale, they're usually in Dervolk?
They were driven from Mervale to Dervolk.
Okay.
Dervolk is the southern country.
Why did I put Slough instead of Cloud?
The S and the C are pretty close together. That being said, that they're... How do I put this? The Giants have made it so Dervolk is not super keen on fighting most people when it has to deal with giants and such as that, but there was rumor some time ago, before our time, of a time when there was a how do I phrase this? Honey? An anomaly in the giants. A strange child born amongst them. One who... Well, the hill giants specifically. One who, without fully understanding what they were going through and what they were doing, proved themselves as being brighter, sharper, and inevitably more dangerous than your average hill giant. They pushed and bullied other hill giants. It's a way they are able to show ownership and get respect from others, until they became chief. And then they went and they bullied and belligered and essentially almost starved other tribes until they had a war band. They were hardly an organized army, but this giant, this hill giant, managed to invade and carve out a stretch of land. And I'm actually going to take this out ahead of time just so you can have it down. Also, I need to double check to make sure because I put that word in there and then I told myself remember to look it up in dictionary to make sure it's the right thing.
Between me, Matt, and Tara, we can
no.
probably tell you.
No, it's the wrong one.
So...
They
wow.
carved out an entire stretch of land that is now, because of their occupation, referred to as the Gluttonous Valley. Thankfully, they were stopped for a while when one of them apparently stumbled across a large creature that turned out to be the pet of a storm giant, and they killed it. And the
Wait,
storm
hang on,
giant...
sorry.
Yes?
I can only type so fast.
Yep.
Okay, so they laid siege to a country, essentially, and then...
They laid siege to a chunk of the country, and they got a whole valley that is theirs even now, but...
Called the Gluttonous Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And they were stopped after they found and killed what?
A creature. It doesn't say... They don't know exactly which creatures, they just are saying a creature. If you ask her, she's just going to give you like a shrug, just like, I don't know. We're not from Dervolk.
Fair enough. Okay. Maggie, sorry,
No,
my
no,
hands are slightly cold, so I gotta warm them up before I can type faster.
You're fine. This storm giant, they didn't kill the entire group. The chief was able to interpose and allow the storm giant to be made aware that it was only one of the tribes that were under him, and he had no part in such affairs.
Wow, so
Obviously,
you just threw them under the bus.
Yep.
Yes, very much. Completely under the bus from the sound of it. And when the others, well, they tried to reach out to other clans, but they were informed that they had made the choice, even though it was only one small hunting party that had done it. The entire group of them was killed, and it made the leader realize they need to quit while they were ahead to make sure they didn't interpose into other giants' territory, as it had been planning to do, because apparently there was rumors of plans for them to invade the stone giants, but
Oh,
nothing came of that, thankfully. Granted, there was also talk that they were speaking with giants from... I'm gonna double check the name of this. Listen. Fire giants.
oh.
Forgers. If they had access to armor and decent weaponry.
Let's not know.
The fire giants only don't take over as much as they do and rule because they have been... they've had their pride sated. Hill giants, gluttons as they are, I'm surprised that they were satisfied with just a valley.
Probably aren't, but they're planning to take more and biding their time. If this one is more intelligent than normal,
Quite.
he could very well be playing. Oh no.
And unfortunately, we don't know fully how long a giant lives for.
I can imagine it's probably longer than any of us in this camp.
Most likely. Yeah.
So
Give me a moment. She like holds up her hand, is like wait, and reaches into her bag and like pulls out a bunch of like scrolls and like pulls up one,
Oh!
sits it down, pulls up one, sits it down, pulls up one. She's gonna be looking through those. I want to see if she can roll an investigation check to find the scroll she's looking for.
can I assist her, or is she not
Sure.
going to tell me what she's looking for?
She's looking for a scroll that is specifically with much thicker cloth to wrap it with.
Okay.
Okay, with your help, let's see here.
She's trying to be a good daughter.
There it is. So I was pulling up my notes because she, with your assistant, she rolled a 5 at first. If you hadn't assisted her, she might not have found it. But she pulls it out and she lays it out, and it's a missive sent from someone. It doesn't say who it's sent from specifically, but it is essentially stating that they're requesting for what? What?
Is he cutting up for anyone else?
You're cutting out for me.
Harris, it's
so-
just
Oh,
you.
Both sound
Okay.
fine to me.
Am I better now?
A little bit, yeah. Can you
Wow.
hear me better now, though?
Okay. Yes. So it was a missive sent from someone, but there's no.
It doesn't have a signature at the bottom. It's basically just sent basically to
Whoever it may concern.
specifically to tribesmen.
Oh.
It says to the people of the wandering fields, which essentially means any tribesman who is a what's the word I'm looking for? Wanderers. There's a specific word for this in my mind.
Journeyman.
Nomads.
Thank you. Essentially, just to nomads, people like yourselves, and it basically is essentially warning them, because the valley used to be a trading spot. It mentions, but it mentions that I'm going to spell this because clearly this person gave themselves the title, but Hungab the All-Fighter. Yes, he gave himself the name clearly, but
He'll bite anything.
I thought it said ankle biter at first.
no, All-Biter. It says that Hungab, not Gar, Gob, the All-Biter, has laid siege upon the valley and is attempting to go further. Basically, it's only just so that she can point out the name of this individual.
Point out the what?
The name.
Okay.
She's doing it specifically to point out the name and be like, that is the name of this person.
So it's the same since... well, before us, for sure.
100 years ago, at least. Between 100 and 150 years ago.
He's most likely still going strong.
I would imagine. Though the fact that they're still only in the valley, keeping a group of hill giants in that valley, as big as it is, don't get me wrong, it's called a valley, but it is a large stretch of land.
Guru, I just want to make sure I have that spelled right. So that's Hungob.
It's
Yeah.
in the chat, yes.
Right, but I thought you said it was spelled differently.
No. I said it Hungar, like hunger.
Oh.
No, it's Hungab.
Hmm.
That was me mispronouncing.
I'm sorry,
it.
I
That's what
will be right back real quick. I'm grabbing my Ethernet cable.
No worries. I must be cutting out for more. Oh no. Ellie is
No
typing.
fucking. I lied. I'm gonna take fucking notes. Oh my god.
I like how you're like, I'm not gonna take notes listening to this. Slowly lean forward, like, wait, hold on, what?
yeah, this is how I am. Like, I was seriously gonna sit back and just relax, and I'm like, wait, no, I need to write this down.
I may not want to know this as the character, but out of character, hold on.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, even if Azar doesn't know, it doesn't fucking matter. I need to know. Did y'all know my notes are color coded?
I did not.
I know now.
Yes.
Yeah, they're a lot lighter when it's info I don't know in character.
That is very smart.
So in character, I don't know none of this shit.
Out of character, you rubbing hands together. Juicy details.
Oh yes, I need. Azar's notes are pretty short.
I'm back.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Also, I tried to get the Ethernet cable, but it seems like it has been broken, so that plan went out. Never mind, there it is.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there we
I'm so
go.
very sorry. I'm so very sorry. It's just like oh man, it's been broken. Oh, there it is.
It took forever to fucking connect for some reason, and it's missing like the little thing that you push down so it doesn't slide out. So I'm thinking,
You're right.
Okay, dude. Finally killed it.
Yes.
Let's see.
Actually, she's also going to make one more check. I'm guessing Ellie's helping her mama find one more other thing. Oh, never mind. She doesn't need it. It's right underneath the first one. She rolled a natural 20. So I'll wait to make sure Paris can hear me on this one.
Okay. I'm good.
You with us, Paris?
for some reason my mic stopped working. It's as if it wanted to mock me.
No, don't mock.
Okay,
No
I can hear you.
mockery. Yay.
I can
Okay.
hear you.
All right, fantastic. So yeah, I was about to say, like, you know, if you want to help her, but she immediately found it right underneath the first one.
I started cackling. I'm like, Mama didn't need no help.
Oh, to be fair, it was like again right underneath it. So it was like, she found it pretty quick. She's, I will type this out as well.
Ellie's probably leaning on her mom at this point.
Probably. You're like leaning on her, just like looking over her shoulder, like,
Oh no, I mean like cuddling.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, and she's pointing at it.
We all need that one mom cuddle sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Or at least the parent cuddle.
I have forest noises.
I miss my mom.
Forest don't miss shit.
No, it doesn't.
Forrest confused at this idea.
Forrest's idea is, hey, if she didn't want me, she didn't want me.
It is another missive that is clearly written in a much. It's dwarven font, but the name of it's a little bit hard to read. But with both the dwarven kind, you're able to kind of get an idea, somewhat. It's essentially, actually no, not somewhat. You would get an idea of the name. Basically, actually, I need to double check. I need to check, make sure that. Hold on, you speak Dwarvish, but does that translate the way I think it does?
I speak Orcish as well, if it helps.
No. It's the script is Dwarvish. That was the big thing. Essentially, so you can read certain things and be able to be like, I don't know what that is, but I can hazard a guess. In the case of certain things like names, it's like looking at English to Spanish and seeing a Spanish name that says Jose.
Yeah.
You may not be able to pronounce it right, but
you can see it and see how it's spelled. I hate this. No, please, Butter. Because I know someone who actually said it like that, and I wanted to like kick them so hard.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Whack. What is he, your fucking mouthpiece? The fuck?
That is the name that is on this piece of paper.
Oh, thank God! I thought it said Goon Hulk. I'm like, no.
The fact that it says Hulk at all.
It says Hewick or something. Hewick. I'm not sure.
Quick.
Oh, it does say.
Oh my God! You didn't. How do you say that full name?
Gonwick.
You did! You fucking did!
You're making bold assumptions already.
So this dwarf is named.
No, this is not a dwarf. This is written in a language that is clearly something else, but is using dwarven script.
And what's it describing exactly?
It is, from what is written, it is in Giant, but your mother will translate for you, essentially telling you that this is from the Storm Giant.
Oh, the Storm Giant that got slighted by the fuckers.
Yes. Basically saying... It basically just says his name at the end, but the rest of it basically says, I've taken care of it. Or rather, them. It and them is interchangeable.
And this is just addressed to the Nomad.
No, this is just flat out just put on a piece of paper. No address to whoever. It just says,
Oh.
I have taken care of them and the name.
How do you have this?
We came across it from a trader who... trader.
Yeah, you see her eyebrows raise ever so slightly.
Trade. A merchant. Pokes your nose. You're smart. Don't stop that. Don't you at me.
This is the second most, what was it, it's not disappointing, what's the word? Awkward dinner for...
Oh, no, this is after dinner.
Yeah, this is after dinner.
I didn't stutter.
Farrow's sitting there still with the bowl because he eats slow compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So he says he's taking care of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't say what it is. It doesn't
Well,
say
he
what
says-
them is.
I thought it said them.
It again, the it in them, the way that he phrased it, it's basically referring to a group, but it can also be phrased in a way to basically say that they are less than people.
Fair enough.
So, an object or a group. Group of something, essentially, is what it's saying.
I mean, on the bright side, he seems fairly confident that he's quelled the problem, but it's also the fact that the
Well, he quelled
chieftain...
his
Yeah.
problem.
I wonder if we could... No, it's Storm... No.
They're generally good entities. It's just they're usually
Yes.
self-serving in that goodness.
But
so-
I'm also very twitchy against anything that has to do with lightning or storms current.
Oh, yes. You said you were struck by lightning.
Twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then smacked with a maul that
That's
summoned.
racist.
If you said that in character, she does look slightly embarrassed.
That moment when Ellie becomes Karg, except Ellie's towards giants.
Storm giants specifically.
And cloud giants, they also have lightning.
Yes, but clouds sound so much gentler.
Oh, Paris.
If I remember correctly, aren't cloud giants stronger than storm giants, or is it vice versa?
No.
Okay.
Out of character only, of course. Ellie wouldn't know.
Oh, goodness.
But she kind of nods and sets it down. The reason why we're bringing it up is obviously if we have giants here, that means Hungav could be sending out the scouts. But here's the problem that I'm seeing with this. And you see the father kind of like perk up like, I haven't heard this. He's like, This is another oversight. Giants should not have been able to just come from a more western side of Dervalk to Mervale, which is to the east, without something have noticing that. Even a small group of giants tends to leave some form of chaos in their wake.
It depends on when they came here. If everyone is missing a piece of their memory and they moved over during that time frame, it would make sense that we don't know how they came here.
She slowly lifts her head, just puts a hand to her head. Of course, that makes... If we forgot that... So that time is not lost, it's forgotten. The time still exists. Everything that happened in that time still would have occurred. It's just... There are
You
now hill
wouldn't
giants.
remember it.
Oh, God.
Forrest goes back to being confused.
Pharos, roll a history check.
Seven. You may be misinterpreting why Faros is confused.
No, it was because of the fact that you have your full memories back, so you might have remembered something.
You're a walking timeline.
Not a full timeline, just the stuff you
Well-
would have been given to the Temple of Lathander. But yeah, she just shakes her head. I will have to look more into this.
Please be careful if you're going to look into the memory thing.
I'm not going to look into that. I'm looking into memories, if they've been forgotten or not. That is behind us. I have to look forward. I have to look at what is here now in front of us.
She looks at her mom and she clearly wishes she's not about to say this, Why couldn't you have taught Karg that before we left?
Oh, sweetie. She kind of brushes your hair out of your face. He's an idiot.
But-
You love him. You love him, clearly, but I do speak the truth. Just because he was a wise man does not mean he thought everything through before diving in.
Oh god, I'm you. She looks at her dad.
The dad just kind of slowly shrugs.
Grandma always used to say that girls would tend to find someone similar to their father if they were good to them. Oh god!
Hey!
Is your father a racist?
I don't.
Yes.
Stop that!
What? I'm allowed to hate buffalo. They're big and they stink
not-
and they... What?
That is not
that's
a
not-
race.
That's not being
Whoa.
racist. That's just
Then no.
hating an animal.
And Lasha's just
some
sitting
odd
there
reasons,
quietly
though.
eating dinner, watching this whole thing play out like Greek.
You want some tea?
No tea here unless you make it yourself. They have
I
mostly
make my own tea.
juice or...
Juice!
Yeah, they got juice. They have berries
I
and such.
got the juice. Sorry, for Chance the Rapper. My
And alcoholic beverage, of course, if you're into that.
Yeah, of course.
coffee.
Yes.
Pro Fefe.
Okay, Mr. Impeach.
Finally, some good fucking juice. Just a fucking Gordon Ramsay meme. Okay, that's...
I am being as honest and straightforward with this as I can.
Oh no, I'm not taking offense. If I say it, I'm calling pot black. Does that make sense?
Pot kettle, love. That's what the...
It's
Pot
green.
kettle.
Wait, okay, wait, yeah.
Don't worry, Pharaohs. I understand what you meant.
Because I am not the smartest or the wisest. I just happen to know certain things that make me seem smart.
That means that you are smart, lovely. She kisses your forehead. Don't doubt your intelligence. You are smart.
She'll plop her chin on her shoulder.
She hugs you.
But I figured that obviously the leaders should know
what was that?
this very interesting turn of events. If it is him, we only managed to take down 2 of them. But you might also have a few allies now because the
No.
gnolls and their hyenas turned against the hill
No,
giants.
Farr said no and shook his head as you said ally.
Oh, okay. I thought you said gnolls.
Yeah, your father just kind of
No?
just like he on these sides like there.
We were not their target, as we were temporarily had the same enemy.
Yeah.
That is very different than ally.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't know a lot about them. I was trying to be optimistic. Because I'm assuming she knows, like, Jack and all about gnolls.
Oh yeah, Jack and all. Enough, but Jack and all the same.
But look, I know they're hyena people. That's it.
Yep. Enough. They're hyena people.
And their biting hurts.
Yes, do not get bitten by them. They will nom and chew on you like hyena people.
Mm,
But he kind of just nods at that and eventually just kind of leans back. Not having an enemy is still good, but knowing them, they still would be the sort to try and harry us.
I mean, with how you are, and with how Mom is, it might not be too hard for you to intimidate them. Probably Mom a little bit more easily.
That just means that they'll keep their distance and do it more covertly.
Also true. I don't know. I'm just trying to look on the bright side of it. I'm tired of pessimistic things happening. I want good in my life.
I know, sweetie.
I mean, the most happy thing that has happened to me so far was meeting these two, and she gestures to Faros and Azar. Recent
Elisha,
Elisha!
I guess.
Yeah, Lodge just sitting there like, damn, alright.
Recent!
Fine.
Recent, most
Azar's
recent.
not even there, so.
Yeah. Azar's over
Eli-
there.
Most
Yeah,
recent
talking to
Elisha.
Dragonborn.
Currently, you are one of my best friends. Up until you probably stab me in the back to see how hard it hurts. Then I'll have to throw you.
You just laugh.
I certainly
Dependent
would.
upon where you hit.
What, you saying that there's a specific spot where you actually feel the pain?
She lifts the back of her shirt to show the scar that she didn't know was fucking there.
I was just thinking that your kidneys are rather large.
Wait, what?
Your kidneys are
Well,
rather large.
proportionally.
Why would my what? No, they're
Proportionally,
not.
you are large, so.
So what? Does that mean your kidneys are small?
Yes. In comparison to yours.
Out of character, do elves have kidneys?
Yes.
Why would
All
they not
creatures have kidneys. They have basic biology, Mad.
You're a humanoid.
Just verifying.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be,
Yes,
it's gonna be
no.
like Spock from Star Trek, where the heart is where the liver is.
Look, Warforged
Okay, so we
don't
all have the
kidneys.
same biology, but are they all the same places?
Not
I'm assuming-
necessarily.
The liver is in her titties.
The only like
No.
real different organ any race has is Dragonborn.
That's because they have a thing that lets them go "Brrr," and shoot out an
Yeah.
element at things.
They have
Which
an
is-
element sack.
A fire pocket.
Yes. Yeah.
Two very
Yeah.
different people.
Guys,
And
you've
Warforged.
seen pockets, and now get ready.
Pocket fire.
It's hot pockets, guys. Come on, get it right.
That's just chili pepper dust. The fuck? Anyway.
I mean, you do need a chili to cast Dragon's Breath. Focus. I'm not helping, but focus.
Love you.
Love you too. Fair enough. And your friends are certainly wonderful people. I do hope that there is more positive things for you. And if there's not,
coming home.
beat the world until you get a happy thing.
Coming home
Eventually
was very positive.
Good.
I missed you guys.
That seems counterproductive.
It really is. That's why I'm ignoring that passive advice.
What, beating life until you get something positive?
Yes. Because then life will turn vindictive. And
To be
I don't know
fair,
about you.
Life tries to beat
but
me up first, so
I'm
it
pretty
had this
sure.
coming.
I'm pretty sure life will kick the shit out of me while laughing. You remember that story you told me about the god who couldn't be beat until he fought an old woman?
That was a good one. I love that.
Yeah.
Farsh is just sitting back and realizing that him and Ellie's dad are the exact polar opposite.
Oh
I
yeah,
love this.
Faros. I want to have peace and calm. Ellie's dad, violence.
Just fuck up everything.
Pretty much.
Not
Yeah,
necess-
I don't.
Not necessarily murder, but I mean, if you slap someone and they just fall to the ground, that's not a bad thing.
Accidentally commits a murder. I just snorted.
Only accidentally, not on purpose.
Murder, or as he calls it, 1/12
Roughhousing.
of.
God. I'm surprised Ellie's views of death are not horribly skewed.
She had a good mom. Her mom was a good teacher.
Thank God.
It's clear to see the difference in their teaching methods.
No, she's in the Wednesday game. I'll be here all night, folks.
Okay.
I don't want to end up like that god.
Fair enough. Well, to be fair, part of that was him needing humility because he had been overzealous in his exploits.
Yes, and that's where beating up life can lead you to.
Well, that's
You
only if
don't beat
you're
up life.
overzealous about it. Again, life beat me up first, so I'm beating it up back. It's simple logic.
Mom, Dad's going to get struck by lightning. Can I move away from him?
You can move away from him. He's gonna get struck by lightning, and everyone will laugh at him, and then he'll just laugh with everyone. That's kind of just what he does.
I love this woman's resignation.
This is my husband. I knew what I married into. I love him, but gods.
That has not been struck by lightning.
Yes.
The mother
No,
holds up her
Azar
hand.
hasn't. And wait. Yes. Elisha's not.
I'm now what?
Been struck by lightning.
This is true.
She
I've
was
almost
smart.
been
You
hit
see.
by. I've almost been hit by a flying tree, but lightning is a no.
Soon.
Flying tree. Flying tree. Flying tree. When?
Tornado.
Ah,
When
yes,
I
that's
was
right.
running off, when I was activating my light and running off, I saw a tree uprooted it and started moving towards me specifically.
Yeah. I'm still very unhappy with that. Not you. The situation.
I think it's just nature's angry, in my opinion at least.
Nature not be angry near me for once.
I think nature is getting angry near everyone.
Yeah, noticeably.
Dad, don't try and beat up nature.
So I think someone is upsetting nature, and
Probably.
maybe
Well,
the fact that nature is upset has a little bit to do with Carb's current situation.
well, there was also another theory that we kind of thought up before you joined us. In that, okay, so there was this place that had essentially a storm every night where if someone was outside, they would get struck by lightning. That was the whole thing. We went
Okay.
to the island where this was supposedly originating from and found a portal that was pulling out, oh god, Elisha, what did you call them? Myrmidon?
That's right.
It was pulling them out. It was summoning them. And the old woman there mentioned that someone had potentially created that tear between... What was the place called?
Okay,
It-
good.
I think it was
I have
a plane.
question. How much would Farah
plane in the
know
air.
about the ideas
you.
of different planes of existence?
Roll a history or arcana check.
I'm not near my computer, but I did bring a D20 with me.
Oh, look at
All
Well,
right,
you
I
know
saw
modifier.
that Mickey D's, man. I'm hungry.
That was from earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was from
delete all
lunch
those.
at school. Yeah.
Okay.
Same modifier plus 2.
Oh, 15. So
15.
17.
Nice.
You know a little bit. You know about the different planes of existence.
Okay, so I do not know a lot, but I know this. Do you know how things rule hell? Devil
With an
lords,
iron
as some
fist?
call them. Yes. Do you
Yes.
know how things rule the Feywild?
Yes.
Seductively.
It is the same way for the elemental plane. A war could be starting amongst the planes. And he looks across the table. Nature itself, or the controllers of it, could be angry.
But the woman said that someone would have had to open it from our place.
That doesn't mean it can't be from that place.
This is also
People-
true.
Ganassi get here one way or another, correct? Dejin get here one way or another.
She looks confused at the Ganassi because, like, she knows what they are. Like, out of character, she knows what they are, but she doesn't quite understand if they're from here or another plane entirely.
Out of character, it can be either. They stem from that one
Yeah.
originally, but they
Oh,
move.
okay. I'm like, because if I don't know this, Ellie most likely
They're
does.
basically
fucking-
immigrants.
Oh god.
A little bit, yeah. That's
It's
not
one
an
of those-
inaccurate description.
It's one of those mysteries we've been presented, as well as a dozen different others. And one we might find the answer to. Or we might not, and someone else might. Actually, speaking of mysteries, Mom!
Yes?
Oh, you're the one with the better memory. Sorry, Daddy. I've been looking for someone else. And I'm probably not going to do anything to them, but I'm still curious. She'll pull out the wanted poster that I keep forgetting to fucking ask people in town about.
Have you seen this man?
I'm very upset about
Where's
this.
Francis?
Have you seen this man? You wouldn't happen to know who this is, would you? I mean, you and Dad go to a lot of tribal meetings and such. And she'll actually twist the poster so it shows the actual person behind it. Oh yeah, we also apparently found out that someone's altering wanted posters in towns like this. Very weird.
No, it didn't fall off this time. Neither one of them are aware of the person, like, when you turn it and it shifts. They're like, what? They have no idea what that is. Surprisingly, they both rolled pretty high. Like, even with your dad's modifier, he still got a double-digit number.
I'm sorry, that phrasing.
Remind me of his name again.
Hold on. Let me see if I fucking even wrote it down. Because this was way back.
Good, I have a
Yeah.
question. This is the first time I'm seeing this.
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. I think she's pulled it out
I've
once.
never seen. I don't think you've pulled it out in front of Forrest.
Could have
From what
sworn
I
that I
remember.
have. I could have sworn that I have, but I could be wrong. I don't know. There's no sense for it.
Is this the halfling or the Ganassi?
This is
This is the
Yeah, I'm
Ganassi.
pretty sure. Yeah, I think he may have seen the halfling and just been like, "That's a halfling."
I didn't
But
have the
Paris
halfling.
also, even if he's seen it, I'm pretty sure it's before he got his memories back.
Oh, most likely.
Mhm.
Yeah. I do not have the name, despite the fact that I have info on this entire fucking poster. I'm so sorry, Don. Make one up on the spot.
I'm gonna see if I added my notes real quick. Probably not.
Oh my god, but I do have it listed that the hill giant did in fact use the fucking rug as a handkerchief. I hate this. So I was right, it was covered in snot.
Yep.
Oh.
It's 911. Quick, call the police.
Where is? Did I?
Nine.
even-
420. What you smoking?
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
I'm sorry, Don.
I could not find it. I apologize. If there was another name, actually, let me check one of this place real quick. Don't. Hold on, just 1 second. Ah!
Kill the orange man.
What?
You just say kill the orange man.
Huh? I say shit.
Okay.
Dead.
Okay, so I can't find it, so I'm gonna make one up on the spot. Hold on.
Chad.
I hate this.
Not Chad.
Thad. Brad. Schnitzel.
Kyle.
Why is it so many bro names?
Gary!
Now that's just gonna be
Let's
an
name
asshole.
Steve.
Steven!
I miss rivals who are complete dickheads with no remorse.
You miss what?
Rivals in Pokemon that were complete dickheads with
Right,
no remorse.
with no reason either.
Yeah.
Smell you
Even-
later.
Even Beidei's like, we're gonna fight unless you're not ready right now. Then I'll give you a bit of time.
But you're weak for not doing it. Man, Beidei went hard on poor Hop.
I mean, to be fair, we did kick his ass just before, so he was just
I
letting
know, but
loose.
we didn't at least tear him apart emotionally.
I did in my head.
I did in my head too. I wanted to just.
him!
I love Hop, but I mean,
'Cause get
from
fucked,
his
you twink.
perspective, your character did kind of fuck him up unintentionally.
No, I mean,
Unintentionally.
like, we didn't, like, tear him down with words. Beidei just, like, fucking kicked a dog while it was down.
Good.
No! Leave him
He'll grow
alone!
from it. He found his true calling because of it.
I mean,
Think of it like that.
Yeah, he did grow from it.
That doesn't mean that I like seeing it.
Negative reinforcement, Paris.
Butters, I swear to God! I will fucking take your toes.
I will just put this name here.
That's a. You like hairy toes? Because I look like fucking Bigfoot. Try me, Paris.
Just take your feet.
We all make
That's
mistakes.
even
in the
worse.
heat of passion.
Pronounce that. Pronounce that.
We all make mistakes in
Tiny.
the heat of passion, Jimbo.
Oh, God.
Tiny Ashrock.
I thought you were about to say, I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw, and I'm like, okay.
I'm about ready.
Oh, goodness. No, that is not how I'm spelling it. No.
Yes.
I added a K at the end of his name.
Yes, no. Rock like the bird. ROC.
Triggered Ellie. What?
But your mother does kind of perk up. Oh, he's part of the Ash Rocks. Oh, why is he on a poster?
He was apparently wanted for a crime, but I honestly starting to doubt that he committed it.
Guru, I don't recognize this, do I?
Roll a history check.
I'm back at computer.
Who are the
Yay.
Ash Rocks?
5.
No.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a decent art of a Genasi.
Who are the Ash Rocks, Mom?
They're a tribe more.
Wait,
towards-
actually.
Yeah.
I'm
you
sorry,
can roll a
like,
history check, yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's about what I expected.
Who are the
Should
Ash Rocks
I
from?
roll history?
You're not from Hellishyn.
I'm
I'm not either, but
Well, you're a nomad though. I'd say you
Bro,
can go into.
Yo,
yeah.
this could have been Cheshire's time to shine.
This would have been
Mhm.
Cheshire's time to shine.
right.
But Cheshire's not here. I'd say you can roll in with disadvantage, Ellie.
The one character from Hell.
Elisha,
You mean
Elisha,
Elisha?
Elisha,
Yeah.
Elisha.
Like it can only go
Wait.
downhill from
What?
Wait, why didn't I have disadvantage?
Because a lot of information comes through there, and information might have come through about him. You don't know.
None of us know, so Mom will answer for us.
They're a nomad tribe that.
I have disadvantage if I'm talking about
Yes.
minutes. All right.
You know a lot about like knowledge and certain things. No, a nomadic tribe from Hellison, not so much. Actually,
Fair.
another person who would have a straight roll, Taru, is not here.
Yeah, isn't
Sorry.
He wanted to go fight things. I'm guessing.
No, he just wanted to talk to the Dragonborn. I don't imagine he
Yeah.
talks to the Dragonborn much.
no,
He
not
just
so much
overshadowed
as
the
late.
Dragonborn
That's what I
until-
was thinking.
Not
until
late as
Jesse
late,
most
yeah.
likely hunts him down.
Yeah, it's a shame he's not there, y'all. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I just
Bummer.
realized after I was going through, I'm like, someone else
I was
had
wondering about that.
a straight roll. Yeah, he would have, but he's talking to Dragonborn. No worries.
It's fine, the mom is gonna answer.
They're from Hellison. They trade in things they find. They tend to be people who are, well, they got the name Ashrock because they supposedly go into high and lofty places near some of the volcanic areas of Hellison and find various things ranging from gemstones to granite to obsidian. They're quite plentiful in what they bring back, and while they are known for mostly using stone weaponry, they have also found ways to make that stone weaponry rather dangerous.
I'm assuming would I know what obsidian is?
Roll a nature check.
Wait, no, yeah, she would.
Oh, no,
I
yeah,
have
no, yeah.
dagger made out of it.
You have a dagger
She's
made
seen
out of it. Yes, yes, you would.
Did I make it out of fucking obsidian?
No, I
You would-
found
no,
this.
No, she found.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm like, what? You saying I made it? I'm like,
You can't make one. There's no obsidian for you to make it out of.
I mean, does it look really? Look, if I can have a Sokka-esque blade for Ellie, I will be the happiest damn bitch on this earth.
That's made out of moon rock, Paris. That's not made out of obsidian. Obsidian is very fastly.
I'm not
Space
saying a moon
rock.
rock. I'm not saying a space rock. I'm saying like a black blade.
Give it time.
Period.
Give it time.
Obsidian is a shitty thing to make a blade out of.
It's
I
a
can
good
say-
We're fantasy
Oh, no,
realm. Leave me alone.
it is a very, very thin, very razor sharp edge, and
but it's brittle as hell.
brittle as hell, unless.
Magic.
Correct.
Yeah. Then it's
So again,
GG.
I'm in a fantasy world. Leave me the hell alone.
No.
We do what we
I
want,
refuse.
and pirate is us. We are pirates. Blah blah blah. Anyways,
Tell Butter to stop bullying me.
no bully. We don't bully here.
She
we only
told-
love.
She
But
threatened
also,
to take my damn toad.
don't take his toes, Paris. No bully Butters. I was getting to that, Butters. Don't worry. I caught that. No bully either of you. No taking toes, Paris. That's my job. I will
To be
take all
fair,
of your
we took
toes.
those giants' toes.
Yes,
so.
you did.
Fingers.
You fucking reminded me of someone playing Dead by Daylight as the clown and went, "Give me your pink."
Give me your pinkies. I'm gonna snip those off. He is creepy as shit. But anyways, moving past that, because otherwise we're gonna be stuck here.
We are, yeah.
She gives you that rundown and just kind of nods to herself. She's like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
She looks like she's zoned out for a second. Which might result in her getting clapped in the back of the head, but before she snaps back to attention. I don't understand why he's well, I mean it said he's wanted because he's wanted for arson. She air quotes it. But a lot of the posters seemed slightly racist. Because there was a water genasi who was wanted for drowning someone.
That's very specific.
Yeah, and they apparently it's odd because they weren't using the right term, according to one of my friends.
Well, there's a possibility that they are definitely wrong, or the energy in the air could be influencing them to go back to their roots, if
Well,
so to speak.
the reason I say that is because apparently it's not calling them by the right name, it's calling them by a slang term. It's also not the actual person. It seems like someone wanted to put on a false appearance on the poster. So I'm confused, concerned, and a little bit more than pissed off because I haven't found this person.
Who did you hear the information from?
That the name was wrong, you mean?
You said you heard something from someone.
Oh, it's Vela told me that the poster is using a slang term. She points to where it says, like, where it lists their race. It says Ifrit Genasi, which is apparently odd. It's akin, apparently, to calling the Genasi by their parents' name.
That's less of slang.
Oh.
More of possibly a warning, in a way. And Forrest looks kind of like,
I don't know. It's really confusing. I am not meant to think hard. I'm meant to swing hard.
I attempt to think hard.
I mean, you get further than I would.
I think you're both smart. That's your dad saying that, by the way. He's just like, I'm contributing.
Thank you, Daddy.
Forrest does not pay that much mind. He seems lost in thought.
But I didn't want the entire evening to just be lost in thought and concern. She'll roll up the poster and put it back. I came here to do my duty as one of the tribesmen, warn the chieftain and his lovely wife. She will smile at her mom with the single most.
So.
I am trying to get good girl points.
Your mom's just like,
Stop trying to get brownie points.
You know what? I will stop when I'm dead. So I'm going to get up, relax, have some fun, and knock out Jessie.
Have fun.
She will walk over to Jessie, to her group.
So you guys are able to, from this point on, there's not too much else that should be going on unless you guys want to do something specific.
No, not really.
No.
No in particular.
Cool.
Azar's just gonna be goofing around as usual.
Yep.
I forgot when Azar asked earlier how long we were gonna be with everyone. How long was that again?
You guys are going to be leaving pretty soon, from what I remember.
I know they were going
on, but I can't remember.
I don't think there was a specific time frame. I knew we were traveling with them until, like, our paths split, essentially.
Something like that, right? Okay. Just checking. Azar's just gonna goof around like normal then. He's gonna live this up while he has it.
Right.
Yeah, it's nice. It's fun.
Yeah,
And I
he's
sick
having
Bubba on
fucking fun.
Azar.
Yes, Bubba will absolutely tackle Azar and just lick him all over his face. It is the weirdest feeling lick, but he seems tame enough.
Azar's gonna have fun. He's gonna laugh and stuff. He's gonna like this. Not sure what the fuck this is or where it came from, but
Bubba is the owlbear that you saw upon entry.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he'll enjoy this then. He's gonna try to pick it up and stuff.
It is the whole like holding up a dog, except it's a freaking bear. So it's just like
It's a bear that's probably a tad bit taller than you. Fucking huge.
He's
I mean,
still gonna
owl
try.
bears are large creatures,
Yeah.
guys. Just saying.
This is.
Mhm.
I mean, you can grapple a large creature. It's fine.
but
Yeah.
lifting
Whether
them
he
is
can or not.
harder.
His back won't break.
It won't break.
But
No.
it's like you're not getting the legs all the way off the ground.
Exactly. That's the main
Yeah,
problem.
Fine.
Yeah, it's
I mean, to
fine.
be fair, Bubba will probably stand on his back legs and then just flop on
I mean,
his yard. So
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's okay. He's fine with it too. Belly rubs are good too. He's having fun.
Yes.
He's
So,
probably gonna again stay up too late fighting everyone and having a good time.
Of course.
now you see what Ellie goes through and why she now appreciates sleep.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of a college student finally going, "Oh my god, I don't have to cram anymore."
Essentially.
Azar's still in the college phase, so.
God damn it.
I mean, to be fair, yes, he is definitely in the college phase. Hey!
Boo!
See, Taru gets it. Speaking of, you all get a long rest,
Yay!
but your Hicks point maximum is not what it is at the moment.
What?
Oh.
Level up, boys and girls.
Yeah!
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Alright.
I thought you meant something woke us up in the middle of the night. I'm like,
Yeah, same.
Roll initiative.
hey!
Yep, so yeah, just roll health. Obviously, you don't have to talk about everything else you're doing and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm.
Make sure that
my
when you do
things.
it, it should ask if you want to roll it for one class or the other. Obviously, if you're putting it into Bard, you pick Bard. If it's Barbarian, you pick Barbarian. Or if it's into something else, you know, surprise me, but at the same time, let me
Oh.
fucking know.
Actually, there's got to be other bards in this tribe, right?
You can certainly ask.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Would
I
Ellie
guess-
know?
Specifically, yes, there are entertainers.
Because I was about to say, I'm like, if he asked her, she could probably point him in the direction as opposed to him.
Well, to be
wandering
fair, he's been kind of
aimlessly.
doing his own thing in here, so would he have
That's
asked
fair.
Ellie?
He probably would have asked whoever the fuck he was with when he was thinking about
Oh yeah,
it.
if you asked like Tara or Jesse or someone, they'd have pointed you towards the entertainers. They're not specifically
Okay.
called bards; they're just called like entertainers and such.
Okay, I guess he'd ask them if they know, like, I don't know, entertainer spells and stuff. He's still
they're
fresh to the
bards.
bard thing,
Yeah.
so.
Spells.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna get any good info out of them, but he just wants to know if there's, like, anything they could teach him.
They'll start helping you with such like that, and
Okay.
essentially that'll be how you learn your next bard spells.
Okay, makes sense.
So whichever one you are taking, just we'll just say that you asked and they're like, hey, here's this one, and you're like, that's what I want to learn.
Makes sense.
And
Why do I have
that'll
an
be-
inspiration die? What the what?
I don't know. I didn't give it to you.
From where?
Mm.
Probably from the fight we.
Yeah, you mean the
Oh,
bard
bardic inspiration. Yeah, that makes
Oh
sense.
yeah, yeah. That's probably gone away. Isn't that temporary?
Yeah, that's only for
Yeah.
like 10 minutes.
Mhm. All right. Otherwise, yeah, there's nothing else he's really doing.
I want to see if I can improve my smithing to make shit easier. Probably not, but
Not specifically.
actually, this okay. So this is a wild shot in the dark. Has her teacher made any? That sounded painful. Has her teacher made anything enchanted? Like, or at least helped with making anything enchanted?
Our teacher helped?
Yes.
You can certainly ask.
I'll approach him and ask because I'm curious about something. Excuse me.
Ellie! Hi!
I have a question for you. And I'm sorry to bother you, but I have to ask. Have you made or helped with make anything that was magical? Like a weapon?
Yes.
Okay, so question then. She'll pull out the Arcana Phage powder. Have you made anything with anything that looks like this?
No. Not specifically, but I'm sure that there is things that you could make that out of, or make with that.
I might ask Mom if she knows any uses for it then. I got it out of a magic eating worm. I didn't know if you maybe knew something about it.
A magic eating worm.
Yeah, like when one of my friends used a spell, it absorbed it and it made it blow up worse when I killed it.
Ah.
Yeah, every one of those blew up on me. There were 8.
Ah.
Hey Ellie, look, there's one of them. Why are you bringing it to me?
No, I rewatched that a couple weeks ago, and you literally said Cheshire is bringing it over here for strategy. Butters, however,
Yeah.
fucking asshole. And I still survived with 3 health. You're looking at me weird. Why are
no,
you
no,
looking
no,
at
he's
me
not looking
weird?
at you weird. He's thinking. Depending on what you're looking to make, or how you're looking to make it, it might be possible to make something that I don't know if it would actually be very much useful to you, but
Mhm.
the ability to potentially have magic counteracted against is certainly not something to scoff at.
Guru, am I there? No, I don't know where Faris is. I had to go away from.
She
No.
went to her mentor, so probably not.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no clue where he is yet.
No worries.
Thank you. She'll head out. Don't worry, I'll come back. But Elisha! Try and find her.
Yeah, I'm probably just chilling, sipping some tea, enjoying the morning.
Where did you? You know what? Never mind.
I was thinking the same thing earlier.
way.
Best not to question.
Elisha,
Cinnamon.
Yes.
I figured out something.
Mhm.
If you and I can figure out some way for someone to make this into some sort of item, you might have a way to counter spells without having to actually, use up your own spells. She holds up the powder.
It's a good point. It might even be better if we use this.
And she pulls out like one of, I think, 2 jars of Arcanophage crystals.
I was about to say, I'm like, I thought you got a crystal. Like you didn't get like a bunch of tiny crystals, you just got a big one.
Hang on, let me double check. I have it.
My grandma confuses the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any reason in particular, or just because?
Just got a text saying, Christmas and PP is Sunday. And I
What?
was very confused.
That's such a loaded fucking text.
One crystal, but it's a pound's worth of it.
Yeah.
And wait. I also got a vial of the Arcanophage dust.
Okay. I wonder if we could make it into a short sword. That would be useful. Magic short sword that you could counter spells with and hit someone harder with.
When your master was saying that, by the way, he was referring to more armor than weapons, but yes. You could certainly try.
Maybe it would probably be best in armor.
Interesting application.
Oh, we could make you some pretty armor with that kind of ability.
You could make it into a cloak, maybe.
Well, the reason why I say armor out of character is because I can't sew.
She can't wear armor.
I can.
Yeah.
Just not metal armor.
Just light armor.
Yes.
If I can find a light armor that is metallic, then I
Maybe I can make a chain shirt.
But
Actually, that is a question. Can she wear a chain shirt?
yes, anyone can wear a chain shirt.
No. Elven chain
No.
is
yeah,
the one that
Elven.
anyone can wear. It is specifically made by elves who made it so that anyone could wear it.
I mean, could I learn to make that?
You would have to learn from an elf.
Probably an elf
Or
have
that
an
knows how to
elf
make it.
help you make it?
You would need someone who's already, been taught it specifically.
No,
which-
I know I would need like a specific tutor. I'm asking I'm legitimately asking, would I at all be able to learn it even if I had the tutor? Is why I was asking.
Paris
I
wants
did
a
not
secret
know-
recipe.
I didn't know if it fell under Smith's tools or if it fell under something else.
Well, you would still need to know magic,
Yeah.
is the problem.
Which
No, I'm not.
Elisha
Not
could
asking
help,
to.
but-
I'm not asking to figure out how to enchant. Because, with enchanting, I would need a lot.
Elven chain in itself is magical.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yes.
It's
okay.
automatically +1, I believe.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
That's why Zadim was wearing it for so long, because it was pretty good. Wasn't what he was looking for. Pretty good.
His
Right.
AC went up by +3 after he got his half plate finally set up.
Yes, because at the time he was wearing the Marin, so he 15 AC, and then he skipped right to an 18.
Welcome to my hell.
Changing armor can,
Caleb now wears it.
Mm-hmm.
If we could find a way to use that. And I figured you'd, want to have that because there's no point for me with it. It's gonna
appreciate it.
probably affect me.
That is fair.
Honestly, I should wonder if I can find something to help me resist something, at least. Granted, most people are going to come at me with a sword or a lance, so that already kind of doesn't affect me.
True.
And should someone magical come, if you allow me, I could, throw you at them, and you could deal with them.
Elisha now considering the opportunity to be fastballed special way.
Shot put the wizard. Imagine she pauses, looks up, and thought, like, oh, Of course, with your consent, I don't want to throw you and have you get something and be very hurt. Because you're very wishy.
I do appreciate this, yes.
I thought you just said bitchy.
No, Ellie is
right
not that blunt. Ellie can be very blunt, but she ain't that bad. But I just thought you'd know that. I'm going to see if I can find Mom.
Good luck.
I mean, you're welcome to come with me. You like talking magic, and she's...
Oh, it's this kind of conversation. Yes,
She looks like she considers saying something, and then a very visible shudder goes down her back before she goes. She's very smart.
I'm gonna insight check that.
Feel free to.
Oh, that's a 10, Chief.
I mean, she was gonna say something that made her shudder and rethink what she was gonna say. You're free to ask. It's not like she's ever hid anything from you.
You alright there?
I was going to mention her age, but she seems to always hear when I do, and then a shoe comes flying at my head.
La chancla.
I'm sorry, did you say something? You just spoke infernal, I refuse to believe otherwise.
I spoke primordial, thank you very much.
I don't understand what you were saying.
That's alright.
Squint. She'll
Smile.
She'll walk with Elisha to find her mom. Maybe she'll know more effectively for what to do with this. I've got so much fucking shit on me that makes, like, no fucking sense. Why do I have 4 Phil Wildlife books?
Because you are someone who always wants to know more about stuff, and the fact that you're going to Forfil to go to the temple.
Ah, that's right, okay.
I didn't forget.
I forgot the place. I'm really bad with that. I'm also laughing because I have 5 romance books.
Well, that sounds on brand.
Right. Put a loss on her shoulders before she starts shouting for her mom. I'm expecting a silence spell.
Several people are just looking at you just like, again?
She'll wave at people who stare.
Your mom eventually just like, she's doing other things, getting ready for the day, and then kind of looks over you and sees you yelling, and you just kind of hear this, you hear just,
Hi, Mommy! I have a question for you.
very quickly.
Do you know what this is? She'll hold up the powder.
What kind of age?
Do you know what we could... Do you know uses for it? I mean, the blacksmith said that we could potentially make armor to, counter spells, but I'm wondering if you know anything else that we could use it for.
Spells? Spells?
Well, I mean, it came from a worm that ate spells, so, I mean...
I would presume that if it came from something that ate spells, using it to attempt to cast spells might be counterintuitive.
Tilts her head. So what can we use it for?
If you were to potentially... Actually, he's rolling hot. I would say if you worked it into metal of some sort, you might be able to create something that will allow you to negate an effect on yourself, or
Oh.
most likely just on yourself. It's unlikely that you'd be able to use it on someone else, but bracers, armor, maybe a weapon.
Her eyes light up. You will fool her into a hug. Thanks, Mommy!
Love you.
She'll walk off, probably forgetting that Elisha's on her shoulders because Elisha weighs about 110 pounds.
That sounds about
Right.
right.
She just along for the ride this.
No, you're about to say, I'm like, I can't imagine she complains.
No. So is there anything else you want to, all of you, want to do in the nomads camp? Or is there anything else you want to do in general?
Not really.
So not really.
Anything else I could just roleplay with you outside of this?
That I can think of.
Butters?
Nah.
Alright. You guys, are you guys heading out, or are you guys going to travel with them for a little bit?
You cut out in the middle word for me.
Are you guys going to travel with them for a bit, or are you going to head out on your own? Because eventually they are going to be going away from Fortville.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
what-
we were gonna travel with them until we couldn't anymore, basically, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm going
Okay.
to see how long that is.
I'm going to DM you something, Non.
Huh? Oh yeah. Okay. So, they actually make really good time, and it's only 2 days
Okay.
before you guys get to where you will separate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say no, Paris. They're doing their best to avoid that. That being said, you guys are able to say goodbye to your new friends. Azar gets just all these people just giving him like noogies and punching him in the arm and stuff like that. When I say noogies,
Oh, yeah.
though, they're not all able to. Some of them like just try and reach his head and just kind of noogie the side of your head because they can't reach up high enough.
I'm assuming
You're
that one is
traumatized.
fucking Felix.
No, Felix just pats your chest and just like,
Oh,
Freshman
well,
year.
if he just pats his chest, Azar's just gonna fucking hug him. He's a
he'll,
hugger.
hug,
There
he'll,
it is,
he'll,
yep.
he'll hug back.
Yeah.
Ellie is.
He's saying goodbyes
Right.
to everyone. The kids, the kitchen,
Oh,
everyone.
yeah. The kids are like, yeah, he's leaving. ah." They'll survive.
Don, double checking. So we do not roll for right now?
What?
Or did we roll for health?
I did.
You can.
Alright, cool.
Oh yeah,
I was
I
saying
haven't
that
yet.
you.
I'm
you
not
can.
rolling, but I'm going to be adding.
Yes. That's why I was like, yes, you can roll for health and everything else. Combat should not technically be an issue. We'll see.
Farce would say goodbye hesitantly to most. Mainly because he doesn't want to get slapped.
Elisha says goodbye to Ellie's sister and her. Thanks.
They're all very well. Not. They'll try to be as polite as they can be with you. But some of them are a little more exuberant than others.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Discord
back.
kicked me.
Aw.
Oh, stop that. Not you, Discord. Stop that. But they try and be as polite as they can be. There are a few who are still not quite understanding, you know,
No touchy.
Kind of, yeah.
It's less of no touchy and more of please don't slap me.
Yeah. One person one person slaps your back, and as soon as they do, you see like 5 other people just like give them like the death stare, and you're just like, what'd I do? Yeah. He is not allowed to do the.
Okay, does he slap more on the burnt side or more on the clean side?
Clean.
Oh my god.
Okay, because that shit is raw right now because I went for the full minute,
Oh, I'm aware.
or pretty much the full
It's a
minute.
raw.
Oh my god.
Raw. It's raw, Melinda. I'm
So if he
sorry.
hit my back, he probably still hit it a little bit, so he does like wince a bit at it.
Oh
just
yeah.
roll his shoulders,
Probably why a bunch of people are like, idiot, no!
slap the burn victim. Congratulations. Yes, goodbye.
Yeah, Azar's saying goodbye constantly to everyone.
Right.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Elliot's
He will find the guy that got the shit kicked out of him.
Uh-huh.
me, Jesse.
Yeah, and he'll just look at him and go, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Stay next to your loved one from now on in a fight, maybe. Or closer. Just dodge better.
That's
Pats him on the
not.
shoulder.
That's not bad advice. I do want to get into the fight though, if I have to. If you know, he kind of just nods to himself, just like. I will still do my best. Obviously, it's preferable that, you know, we avoid having another situation like that.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, we won't be able to prevent such things all the time. Unfortunately.
Of course.
You take care of yourself too, alright?
Okay.
And, you are, very fast.
Very what?
You are very fast.
With help.
He nods.
You can take more than the average amount of hits.
Thank you. He, like, looks really proud of himself, like,
Watch out for boulders next time, though. The trick is don't look for your eyes, but with your ears. They make very loud noises flying through the sky at high velocity.
fair enough.
Lars would just kind of walk away. That conversation was more than he bargained for.
Right.
I guess we start separating then?
Yeah?
Can I find Abby real quick, if you don't
Ah.
mind?
Sure.
Does she notice me?
You
Are you
thick
being
bitch.
stealthy?
I will try.
Roll stealth.
Disadvantage, clap of the ass, cheek too strong.
Nah, she didn't have to.
I mean, there it
yes.
Jinxed me! I'll pick her up in a hug before I set her down. I am very proud of how far you've come, and I'm very excited to see where you go. She'll put her forehead against hers.
She hugs you.
Stop doubting that you aren't powerful. You have a lot of potential. And it'll only show more the more you practice, okay?
Working on it. Thank you. She leans against you and just hugs you.
I'll be back soon. And who knows, you might be strong enough to actually knock me out.
Maybe.
take care of yourself. Make sure Dad doesn't do anything stupid. Make sure he doesn't do too many things that are stupid. She, like, immediately corrects herself. Because Mom needs all the help she can get. Love you, Abby.
Love you too, sis.
There's a child on my leg.
the very monotone panic.
Child just legs up in the air, just like, yay.
You know what? Ellie heads to the cart and helps.
He kind of just starts pushing on the forehead.
Ellie will help remove the child. Come on now, we gotta go.
I do not want to hit a child.
Some of the adults help pry the child off.
We'll be back soon, okay? God.
Alright.
Oh, I would also say goodbye to the one that seemed to talk to me.
Oh, Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing you again. Perhaps
Poor
you'll
Sarah
visit
never
with
did
us
get
again.
laid.
She's fine with that. She's patient.
Fear.
It's like a fucking it's like a fucking wild cat looking at its next prey. Faros, fucking run!
Yes, nice to meet you. I'm trying to help with the card situation.
I know.
Things should work out, I think. If you see any big portals open, run. I feel like that's good advice.
It does sound like advice indeed. I'll make sure to keep my eyes
And if you see tiny particles floating through the air that seem to have their mind of their own, that means a tornado is.
I'll keep that in mind.
And you just nod and walk. Goodbye.
Take care of yourself.
Forrest will hop in the cart and start knitting.
Mm-hmm.
He's making something again already.
That sounds like Pharos. That's our Pharos.
Do not
I'm
make
sure.
that own running joke.
Ellie is spending the rest of the entire day trying not to cry.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm sure Azar is pretty last getting back on the cart, and as they're going away, he's definitely over here like, do we really gotta go?
Yes.
He's kind of tearing up. He doesn't want to go. He looks sad.
Oh, this makes Far shrinks into the corner of the cart just a bit more. The almost crying Dragonborn is making him even more uncomfortable.
He wears his emotions on his sleeve.
Gruhy is working with something small. Yeah, he's working with something small.
Okay.
Ellie will pat up beside her. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were finished. I'm sorry.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say it should be done by the end of the day, honestly. Because
Okay.
the last time he made one of these, I think he got it done in an hour.
We've done just something small, yeah.
Ellie.
You want me to roll, Guru, for
Sure.
it?
Dexterity. Or wisdom, your
Sure.
choice.
Dude, Dex! Yeah, I was about to say.
They're basically the same thing, just a little off.
It
Yeah,
is
9.
going to take you the rest of the day to make it. It's
Yeah.
you're just taking it slow. You have to redo some stuff because you lose track of stuff because you're trying not to
Dawn.
think about the crying dragonborn in the card.
You also remember the Weavers thing that I sent you?
Which one?
You can make an entire outfit if you spend 8 hours.
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
So if it's something small, still.
I mean, it's something small, but it's also if he's making mistakes and such as that, which he's not making a few, so he's only making a few, and he's trying to do it with patterns and such like that. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
'Cause his whole thing is patterns.
So
I'm aware of what you sent me, Paris. This is just he's making a
but-
small patterned thing.
Yeah. By the end of the day, something gets flicked at his heart.
Oh.
Hmm?
You have a thing.
Who? What?
Something gets flicked at. Basically, it's a hacky sack, but in this, it looks with a pattern of fire.
That's
Oh,
so
so it's
cute.
flicked at me.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a hacky sack pouch.
Yeah,
Looks
I
like
was gonna
fire.
say for a while during that trip, it's probably the quietest y'all have seen Azar in a while.
No, Ellie was
He's
gonna.
not talking that much.
It
Ellie
actually
was-
smells pretty good too, by the way, because it's got coffee beans.
Oh my god.
It's the only beans, there's stuff like that he's got on him, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie was legit telling Azar to come up beside her so they could just have a cry.
Yeah, he would.
Forrest
Right, telling Ellie how
gets out of
lucky she
the
is
car.
and shit.
That's why it takes so long, Drew. Forrest gets out the damn car.
Yeah, suddenly we have our answer as to what happened.
He can't stand he can't sit like in the car next to the car. It's too uncomfortable for him.
Once he does get the sack, though, he's gonna get distracted and be like, grab it, obviously, and he's looking at it, and he looks at him, and looks at the sack again. Looks at him again, he's like,
It's probably once we made camp, he'd give it to you.
oh, okay. And he's gonna look back and forth and be like, is this for me?
You seem to like the other one, so maybe one.
Immediately looks like he's about to cry again.
Oh god damn it!
Oh,
Faro slowly backing up 20 feet.
Yeah, Azar will probably get up or whatever and immediately put him in like one armed hug really tight.
okay, this is happening.
He's over here like crying and shit. He's like, thanks, man. I'll make you something back. Don't worry.
He pats you on the back of the head.
Yeah, he's like, this is great. You already made me so much stuff. He's rambling.
There it is. Ellie looks at Frost with the single most "oh god, I'm so sorry for you" expression.
I also love, in his head, every time someone comes to hug him, a screaming goes off because he has the mace.
Internal screaming.
No, the mace alerts him just in case he doesn't see it.
Ah! The fucking goat scream.
He's a crying mess now, but probably like 5 minutes later, he's over here being like, hey!
Right, I was about to say, just throw something shiny.
I love the idea he starts playing with it and immediately accidentally kicks it in the fire.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's
Just-
playing with it alright. Where's the fucking...
Ellie will try and direct him away from the flames. Azar would die on a fire and like covered in oil if it meant that he would save that shit.
Alright, so yeah, he's definitely playing with it, and he's like, hey, Aaron! Aaron's now
Alasha
Alasha
or
also.
Ellie?
He's looking at
Okay.
Alasha.
Okay.
say, like, yeah, there's two
That's-
people in the party that have E
Right, I was about to say.
What you talk
I
about?
imagine.
Aaron
I
is an
fucking
A.
wonder why it's hard to figure out some people's names sometimes.
I imagine like Ellie and Alasha can't figure out who the fuck it is, and then one of us figures, like Ellie figures it out. It's like, oh, and she'll elbow Alasha. Wait, that wasn't even fucking.
Yeah, he's calling over at Alasha. He's like, Aaron, hey, look, can you do that
Alasha.
thing from before? And he's like obviously playing with the toy, and since they played earlier is what he's talking about.
She lively gets to her feet, stretches out a little bit. It's at the end of the day, right, Don?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
No singing. It's cheating.
What?
And
look at
she starts
Aaron.
humming.
Azar looks betrayed when you said that. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, I'll blazing.
Cool. Yeah, he's gonna have a fun time just goofing off as
Mhm.
usual with the hacky sack.
Oh goodness.
Accurate. You get set up camp and you're able to rest and relax. You know, this die doesn't get rolled very often. Who wants to roll a d12?
I
Up too late. You already rolled it.
No, I'm rolling my own dice.
Oh, what you be rolling?
No,
What is
I
Paris
asked
rolling?
whoever wanted to roll a d12, and Paris said she wanted to roll it.
I mean, if Butters wants to, then
Butters wants to, he can roll it. It's between you guys.
Fine.
okay.
Alright. So, 7 days pass,
7 days later.
and you go through a part of the mountains as you've been approaching. You've gone up towards them, and there's definitely been more rocky outcropping sort of areas, but not so steep that it becomes difficult. Just a little bit annoying going uphill. You know, like when you're going uphill and you can actually feel, you know, that extra incline at certain points. But as you're going through this, what is it called? It's not called a. Is it a crevice? Is it a crevice? No. It's a
Over a crevice. A crevasse.
Gorge.
gorge. That's the word I'm thinking of. Thank you, Butters. You go through a gorge. It's a little bit winding. There's trees all up the mountain walls. It's quite beautiful. And as you're coming at the other side of it, it's a little bit more humid, and you can smell rain in the air. And as you're walking out, you can just feel the start of rain coming across, just kind of getting you all wet and whatnot. Looking around, it's not a thunderstorm, just rain, just a light drizzling. And at this point, you guys have entered Forfell.
Oh, I'm assuming that between then and now, I was able to read the,
You were able to read some of them, yes.
yeah.
Books. And you're lower to the ground, so you're not able to get like a full-on, like, wide-shot, distant view of everything, but it's a start to the area. It doesn't like feel like you've crossed over or anything like that. It's just you come out of the gorge and you can just kind of look around and see that there's, you know, there's rolling hills, there's trees. It's just a lot of distance to cover, essentially. Alasha, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a perception check. Also, Ferris or Ellie or Azar, if you are proficient in perception, you may roll.
Okay.
In perception? Oh, I am.
Yes. Oh,
Can I ask my familiar for assistance?
is it proficient in perception?
I believe it is. Yeah, let me double check. It has advantage on it, although that's specifically for smell. Oh yeah, it's perception +3. Yeah.
Then yes. You would.
I have
get
the same
advantage for this.
I have the same perception as a cat. I should feel ashamed of myself.
To be fair, they only have a +2,
Yeah.
and they have a +1 from their wisdom.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't have proficiency.
No worries.
Nice.
What the fuck? You know, I'm scared, because Azar is the dumb blonde of the group at this point.
So-
Gonna see it and be like, okay.
Yep.
I'm a blonde. I take offense to that. Well, technically golden, but
The
close
same
enough.
difference.
That's why I said specifically dumb blonde.
He's a smart blonde. So,
Anyway.
Azar,
Yeah.
you're going and you see like the clouds. It's raining. It's pretty dark out. Everyone's covering up a little bit. And you're just kind of like looking around, just like. You kind of look over into the distance, and you can see that there's like this big shadow that is like darker in contrast to the like more gray tones of the distance, where some of the clouds are more thinned out. Likely either the rain is going away or it's traveling towards this area. But it looks like it's not really connected to anything. It's just kind of a black speck against a gray black ground. It's weird.
Is it moving?
If you watch it for an extended period of time, it appears to be very slowly shifting, but you're not sure, if you'd really say if it's moving or if you're moving and it's shifting its perspective.
He's probably kind of just curiously looking at it, and he's kind of absentmindedly being like, "Oh, what's supposed to be over in that direction?"
What?
If you guys want, you can look at a map or something, but I don't know if you got a map of Forfell yet. No, you haven't.
Let me
No,
double
we have a
check.
general map.
You have a general map, not a map of Forfell.
Yeah, we have a world map.
Because we tried to get one and they didn't have it,
I mean, yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
Well, I say that, but you can get like a map of Australia somewhere that
Okay,
isn't
but
Australia.
Paris, this is modern times. Where,
No, I know, but I'm saying like it's not quite so obviously.
Yeah. But yeah. I'm guessing Azar is pointing at that specifically.
Yeah, he's just kind of looking over there and asking what's over there. He probably just thinks it might be a mountain range or something. Who knows? He doesn't really think that much about it.
Very likely.
I'm assuming now I can see it.
You can get the hint of it.
Probably where we go.
Y'all don't know?
I mean, I don't, but I think Faust knows where to go.
Goo, do I have any?
Do I?
Yeah, is that what?
You have an idea. You've never
Yeah.
been here. You just know that it, changes places and such. So you have an idea that where it could be. It tends to stay in an area close to the center point between all four countries. So it's not out of the ordinary that it could be fairly close, but you just weren't expecting it this close. This is literally just over the border.
And wait, we see something right now or no? They see something? Pointed
Azar
out something?
Azar sees it. And when Azar points it out, you guys can see the outline of it.
What's it? The temple? It's a temple, right?
Yes.
Of what god?
I don't believe it's. You would have more information about that.
Could be usual.
Is Lathander a god of knowledge?
Of what?
Knowledge.
Kind of. It could be argued he is in some aspects.
Right.
I'd say less knowledge, knowledge when it comes to culture, definitely.
Right.
Because he's all about,
Eh.
cherishing culture, kinda, but, admiring the great parts of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, admiring the fancy parts about this culture, admiring the fancy parts of this knowledge, sure.
Right.
Stuff like that. It's they just kind of cherish stuff and light shit
I
on
get you.
fire.
That's an excellent description. They
I wasn't
cherish
expecting
stuff
that
and
last
light
minute.
shit on fire. With your knowledge due to being with Lathander, clergy and such, there are two gods who supposedly worked together, or at the very least their clergy worked together, which were the clergy of Modrod and Cobvorn.
Isn't
Modrod...
Modrod Robo Boy?
What?
Oh,
Is Modrod the
oh,
Robo
You're
Boy?
thinking of Modron.
That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Hell, even I was confused for a second. I'm sitting here what?
You can roll a religion check if you would like.
Sure. 13.
Done.
Modrod is Yes.
I'll let you finish and then I'll ask.
The Wayfinder. What way that is being found is generally up for debate, depending on who you're speaking with. Whereas Cobvorm is the god of knowledge.
And what am I supposed to do here again?
You're not 100% sure, but you were
I
told
was just
that
told go here.
yeah, you were told to go here and that you would be able to figure it out once you actually got to the entrance.
That is incredibly non-specific.
I mean, that is, to be fair, that is absolutely an RPG quest. Go here, you'll see what the fuck happens.
Let us go there then, I guess.
That's also high-key monk aesthetic.
Like, how
Is that where
Often-
we're heading?
Yes.
how often does my tribe pass through here, if at all?
Yeah, no, not to Forfill very often.
What?
They do go to Forfill on occasion, but it's like it's generally years before you go back through it.
Okay.
Essentially to avoid causing conflict with the nomadic tribes of Forfill.
That's fair. That's fair. I was wondering if we went here often if I would know anything about the gods, but never mind.
I mean, the gods that's a completely different subject, obviously, but
Look, I was about to say, I'm like, would I?
I mean, about the floating thing in the sky?
No, the gods, not the.
I mean, again, why are you asking? What?
I wanted to see if I could make a relation check, so I was asking how often do we come here and if I was capable of making one.
Coming here wouldn't have dictated if you could roll about them.
If you come here more frequently, you're more likely to hear about the gods. That's why I was asking.
Okay. He rolled about it because when it was pointed out, he's remembering details about those gods because he knows they're the ones whose clergy helped form it. That's why he rolled, because he, in his head, is knowing this information. He is yet to say any of this out loud.
You're just misunderstanding what's happening.
No worries. That's why I was like, hold on, I need to make sure that I'm specifying the details here. Right now, in his head, he has not voiced anything yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it hasn't even said go that direction yet.
Are we gonna head towards it then?
He did say, I believe that's where we're supposed to go. So
Yeah, he did say that. Yes.
Okay.
That he did say.
Azar would ask, like, what's it supposed to be?
A temple?
Temple?
It's floating in the fucking sky. How are we supposed to get up there?
It's in the sky?
Yes. There's
Oh.
nothing
How far?
connecting it to the ground so far as you were able to see.
How far off the ground?
You're not sure yet.
Yes, let's go there then.
Wait, it's a temple? Azar's like, huh?
Yes.
Ellie,
let's go to the
Ellie will
temple.
watch the mule.
Alright.
Mule or horse? We have a mule, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to learn. I literally just want to get a fucking way that she can learn to speak with animals. Just so she can sit and talk to the mule when she's bored.
I mean, to be honest, you can always talk to Azar, he doesn't shut up.
I was about to say, like, the only other person she can, like, have a, like, longer than 20-minute conversation with is Asa.
Are you saying that
headache.
you can't talk to Elisha?
I'm saying that Elisha will start speaking, like, big fucking terms, and eventually Ellie will stop paying attention because everything's going over her head.
I mean, that's fair.
On the way to the place, I guess, Azar's just gonna be talking, as usual. He's just gonna be like, oh, it's up in the air? How does it do that?
Ellie enables this fucking habit, and I hate it out of character. Because she just talks back to him, so it's just a never-ending conversation.
She gives
Yeah.
him just enough to keep talking.
Azar's just getting hyped, that's all.
I'm his walking hype man.
Accidentally, but yes. So, it does take you a few days to get there.
Christ! Oh my
Damn.
god!
But
Oh boy!
when you're approaching it, you're able to see a little bit more understanding of why this took so long. It's not made of rock or stone. As you're approaching this thing looks like it's made out of some kind of like almost this crystalline looking material. And like obviously it's raining right now, but well, not actually no. 1, 2, 3, 3 days. No, it is not raining.
Oh.
So as you're approaching, you are just seeing a ring of rainbows from the light hitting these crystals, and the ground is just
Ooh.
covered in rainbows.
Okay.
That's pretty.
I'll approach.
That's
Oh.
so cool.
Follow Faros, I'm assuming, with the cart because Faros is probably walking the same fucking distance, if not faster.
How far can a mule move?
I
40
think it's
feet.
like 40 feet.
Oh, yeah, I'm faster than the mule.
Definitely, yeah. There is a central point where there's like all the light that's not being reflected into the rainbow seems to reflect down and just kind of make like a big flashlight just pointing straight down.
Are we
Just a
supposed to
beam
walk
of
into that?
light.
I'll go into the light, yeah.
Only one
Oh,
way to
the
find
moment-
it.
I was
I'm
gonna
a
say the moment Pharaoh starts making a beeline
He
for it,
kinda just
Azar
as
will
walking-
jump off the cart to go do it.
Okay.
He's not running, but he goes, I'm a follower of the god of the morning light. Maybe I should try to enter.
Okay. Here's a fun question to ask. If Pharaoh suddenly got yanked off the ground, would he try
This
to
is fine.
resist? This is fine? Okay. So you watch as Pharaoh's like walks up, enters the point of the light, and there's like a moment where he just like looks around for a second like, I guess nothing, and then all of a sudden you just see him
And you see him go, oh, okay.
Ellie will move towards the light with Azar.
Oh yeah, Azar will. If the cart's not going very fast, he will jump off to run into that thing.
You move the same speed as the fucking mule if I fucking mush this bitch.
Shrug, huh?
Do not bring the mule in this light.
I'm not going to.
I mean, the mule
That's
could
a
absolutely,
good way
they could
to-
fit in it, but
No, that would break everything in the cart as it would fuck up that, and it could possibly kill the mule because the mule would go up first, technically. So,
possibly. You don't know.
a lot could go wrong with
Could.
Azar's
You
not
don't
gonna
know.
think about it.
I'm leaving the fucking mule. I don't want to kill it.
Okay. So
Excuse me. Honestly, I'm.
No, I get it.
Well, no, I'm scared to leave it because I remember what happened to our mule and fucking lemon rolls.
Carl.
We're good.
No, that's not Carl. Carl's Sunday.
Can I hide the mule in the shade?
You can hide the mule in the shade.
Is there shade?
No.
I was gonna say, it seems like
Can I hide the mule in the shade? What?
it seems like a pretty flat land is what I was envisioning.
Can I
Yeah.
hide it here?
You can attempt to hide it. Roll a survival check.
I want Carl to be okay.
This is Geovis.
Or Geovis.
Okay. So you find a nice little spot for Geovis to just kind of rest and just tell him to stay there. Geovis just kind of looks at you just like, okay.
And I will
Does-
head to the beam of light.
I'm guessing by this time, Azar Azar's doing like these SpongeBob happy dances, and just going.
Oh no, he would not have waited. He saw Forrest
No,
go
that's
up
what I'm
there.
saying.
He did not care.
Like, I'm saying you're
you're,
doing it in the
you're
light.
dancing in the light.
Oh, in the light?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, as you're just going.
Hey, wait
Yeah.
up! Oh, actually, I will snatch up a losh and run to the light.
Did Alasha not get off already, or did she wait
I
with
probably did, but as I was walking over there, I think I just got yoinked.
I imagine you're like, I'm studying this. This will
I
be
just-
so much.
I just
up,
imagine-
and now I'm going up.
I just imagine Alosh is just like studying this, and then you just hear, must go faster!
And Ellie, you feel yourself. It's like, again, it's like a pulling on your entire body from your feet. It's like pushed upwards from your feet as you're just levitated up into the air.
She looks at Alasha. There are morbid curiosities that I cannot say right now.
Hmm?
I'm wondering if I drop you, if you'll fall or float.
We'll see what happens.
Her eyebrows raise and she lets go of her.
And Lasha's just like, yeah, you gotta know fucking science.
For the love of science, drop me 100 feet! No!
Alright, so you take 17 points of fall damage.
No!
As from 50 feet up, you're like, alright, you let her go, and you're like, let's see what happens.
Oh, I'm so sorry!
I would like to try and make a dex save to reduce some of that.
Make an acrobatics check.
It's 50 fucking feet.
I know, but every little bit helps.
Holy crap.
A lot of hit points, Butters.
Yeah, I mean, you can
That's
land
22.
better ways than others, so...
Yeah.
It's 50 feet.
Even if it's 50
I'm not
feet,
saying
you
I'm
can
gonna shave off a
still...
lot.
Yeah, you can still soften an impact with a certain kind of roll. You were trained for that.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, remove 6 damage.
Cool.
Oh my
I rolled to see
I'll
which of the
take
die I would remove. So
Oh my
you,
god,
you
for
might have had
science.
a 6 or a 1 on that, just so you're aware, because one of them was a 6, one of them was 1, one of them was 6, one of them was a 4. So yeah. So instead of that, you only take 11 points of damage, but you do still take the fall damage. You just after you try superhero roll and such whatnot. It was flatlands and it wasn't really the best to land with, but you managed to avoid
You
a
can
little
still
bit
tuck
of
and
it.
roll and just
Yeah.
chill.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Real quick.
You have Featherfall?
I do have Featherfall.
Did you want to
Oh.
use that?
Yeah,
Okay, then you take no damage.
I'll take it.
I was like waiting for you to say I cast Featherfall.
Yeah, right?
Ellie's crying in the beam now. She didn't want to hurt her.
I didn't think of it in time.
Yeah, I'm. Because you didn't think of it in time, we'll say that you still took the 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Because you didn't think of Featherfall until you actually hit the ground, and then you're like, oh, I gotta cast Featherfall, damn it. Once Ellie has gone up out of sight, if you go into the light, you'll be pulled up.
Yeah, I'll just step in there real quick.
rubbing your back just like that hurt. Oh, good. Now it takes me up. For starting with Butters, as soon as you enter, it looks crystalline from the outside. On the inside, you can't see anything of the ceiling, anything of the top part. But when you're looking down, you're able to look down and basically just be looking down on everything below. So you get to see where Ellie puts the cart. You see Azar coming up behind you, and then Azar's up there with you, looking around like it's like walking on on glass. Like, you know those Grand Canyon glass walks?
Yeah.
That's what this is kind of like. You feel what you're standing on, but it's just completely transparent.
Yeah, Azar he probably like lets out a whistle looking down. He's like, it's a good thing I'm
I'll
not
take a
afraid of
dart
heights.
and drop it.
You see where it falls, and it's just click, 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 right in front of your foot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Can,
not like
can
it-
Azar stamp his foot on it?
Yeah,
The dart or
Stupid
the
idiots do
floor?
that.
the floor. I'm
floor.
guessing. Yeah,
Okay.
it's solid.
Oh.
Ellie's just.
You're not there.
What
You weren't there yet.
what
Oh, okay.
what would you have done if something would have happened when you did that?
He just shrugs.
Guess I'd have died.
It's like Amber in freezing cold weather. I was like, "Hey, is that bucket of water frozen?" And she just stopped. Like, what would you have done if that water wasn't frozen, Amber? And she just says, "I would have gone about my day."
Power move.
I'm like, "No, you wouldn't have. You would have been crying. Don't try it."
Power move. Absolute power move.
Yep.
There is one other thing that you notice about this room that does stand out. There are some shadows against one of the... Well, when you're looking at like more of the horizon area, there's shadows that show where something like stairs are. It doesn't give you the best indication of it. It's kind of like you're going to have to toe your way to actually find it without, stubbing your toes or tripping and falling down the stairs. But once you actually find it, it's easy to see where the shadows. Like when stairs have that little lip to it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's clearly been put there to cast a shadow, so you have an idea of where your next step is. But you have to step a little higher than the shadow, otherwise.
So is this like? Is there any like actual walls or anything, or?
You hold out your arms to find it, or you like just trying to like scoot around
Wait
and
a
fight your
minute,
face?
Guru.
I mean, look.
I want to call a little bullshit there.
What?
If Butters gets to drop a dart and it just lands at his feet, like
Yeah.
you said, at his feet,
Yeah.
why did I get dropped and I didn't?
Because you're
land?
not at the
He's
building.
he's
Because
in
you're
not
he's
at the
in
top.
the
In the
building.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you were still in the beam.
No,
of
no,
light.
no.
no.
He is
This
in
I
the
said.
temple.
Yes,
Fair,
I moved forward to when he's in the temple. No
Gotcha.
bullshit
I
there.
Makes more sense.
I dropped you from the beam.
Yes.
That's fair.
Yes. You were in the beam when you were dropped. I knew what I was doing.
That's some weird magic. It only affects things
One at a
that
time.
enter the thing.
Yeah.
Willingly.
That's kind of what I was honestly, that's what she was curious about. Like, since you didn't stand it yourself, if it would affect you. That's why she said I'm morbidly curious.
And then you said yes.
She's very
Um,
upset right now.
By walls I meant just looking around. Is there any visible walls or?
Not visible. You're looking
So,
around
like-
and you can see the horizon. You see the mountains. It's
Okay.
a view.
So pretty much everything is clear. Ceilings, walls.
Ceiling,
floor.
no. Ceiling, you
Okay.
look up and there's like a darker crystal, almost like a muddy brown, near black coloration, to give a sense that there is something above you.
Okay.
It's still like you're looking through like a glass to see it. Like you can see the crystalline fractures and such as that, but you do see there's something above you.
He's gonna cup his hands and start singing to see how the echo is.
Decent reverberation. It's not like
Huh.
you're gonna have it constantly echoing, thankfully, but it's like kind of like being almost at an opera house where they have
Oh.
that resonation from it to like project it really far.
Yeah, he's gonna continue singing then. He's enjoying this.
Ellie comes up, and then a little bit later, Elisha comes up after.
And now she's crying again.
It has been an emotional few days for you two. And he looks at Ellie and is like,
Ellie is crying and hugging Elisha. I'm so sorry!
What happened?
It's alright. It did
she
not
is
that
still
much.
standing.
Huh?
It is okay.
I dropped her.
Why would you drop her?
I didn't know!
I grabbed her too.
Wait, did
Why
she
did you
say
wanna
to
get
let
dropped?
go?
Yes.
Okay, then it is not your fault, it is hers then.
Not at all. It's completely my fault.
She has not let go of you.
Mm-hmm.
Why did
No.
you want to get dropped?
I guess I have to do something. I'll grab that dark guru,
Mhm.
cast light on it, and just chuck it at one of the shadows.
Okay. You cast it at one of the shadows. Like I said, the shadows are indicating steps to go upwards.
I was gonna say you won't be able to see the stairs then.
Yes, that is correct. It's at least much harder, but when you throw it and it goes click, 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 and you kind of goes down a few steps, and it's clearly in the air, just kind of glowing, but it is actually from a side view, giving you an indication of where some of the stairs are. And showing that up above in some of the crystalline structure, there is an entrance if you follow that upwards.
I do not like this place. He moves towards the stairs and will drop.
This is quite creepy, I have to agree.
Basically, Forrest will not walk just on his, but also kind of be squatting and be trying to touch the next step with his fingers before he
He's trying to be careful
takes a
about this.
step. Yeah.
Okay. We'll say that you're going at a slow pace.
Yeah.
Not for stealth reasons, but for making sure you don't slip, fall, and go bump, 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 bump down the stairs.
Mm,
Really
Yes.
quick, Azar's gonna want to put a hand on Elisha's shoulder to cure wounds her.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that for her.
Yeah.
I
I
think
don't know how
that's
much you'll
Featherfall.
roll it.
No,
Yeah,
because
she did in the
because it
end.
was an afterthought, she took the damage. the time for reactions had passed.
Afterthought for mad, but Elisha's falling. So usually when that spell's prepared, that's the first thing on the mind. But
Yeah.
It's okay.
Normally,
To be
yeah.
fair, I'd wanted to know what was going to happen in character, and I knew.
Mm-hmm.
She just wanted to see if, maybe it'll catch me. No, it didn't.
Not.
Don, did you lock
that
my
kind of
icon?
question is the great way to die.
Mm-hmm.
Did you lock my icon for my health? Because I'm trying to. You absolutely did.
To be fair, no, I didn't.
Paris, that's not how that works. I think what you're describing.
If he sets my
No.
health for a certain bar, I know it'll lock the icon to
Yeah,
where
but
it won't
I don't
appear
have the
differently.
default token optional set for you.
Okay.
It might just be
It has
taking
nothing
some
to do-
time to load.
It doesn't change anything with your sheet, though.
No, not with the sheet. I think she was doing it to see if it would change the default token to her portrait she just put on there.
That's why I was
She's a portrait.
confused.
No, it just takes some time to load. That's all.
Okay.
You had me worried there for a moment, like, then I realized no, it's fine. All is well, people. No worries. But I'd say you take about 15 minutes to go up the stairs, just making sure you're being careful, and eventually you get to an area where there's more shadows, making it a little bit harder to go up the stairs until you actually see some of it turning into more of a little bit of a shiny black stone that you're able to actually put your foot on and realize, okay, I can see the next step. There's the next step, okay. We're good. You go up the stairs, and you come before a doorway. Massive doorway with a device of some sort in front of it in the center of the room that looks like it has an image of a palm on it with etchings drawn into it and writing around it.
Is this a holy symbol?
It does not appear to be a holy symbol. I would say that for you, you can still roll a... what would this be? If you're proficient in religion, I'll allow it, but you could also roll a nature check. You specifically, no one else.
23.
A lot of these patterns on the handprint looking thing are things that some of the monks back at the temple would draw out when describing how one uses ki and ways in which they would practice their techniques.
So is this like a door kind of situation, or is it just like the symbol on a wall?
The symbol is on a raised pedestal that is in the center of the room, and on the far wall is a big door.
You cut out at the end there?
There's a big door at the far wall. This handprint is on like a little raised pedestal that it's basically just a raised like little stand, and then there's the handprint just kind of in the center of it with writing around it.
Can I walk to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll walk to it.
It
put
has
my
writings
hand.
in Elvish, and you can put your hand on it.
Yeah, I speak Elvish.
Okay. The Elvish says, "A piece of the soul to gain knowledge."
He smacks it, and I'll try to stun. He basically stunning strike or put a key in.
Okay. You slap it and you spend a key point. There's a moment of silence. Then you all see visibly that there Pharos' hand glows, and then the entire thing just has this golden glow, just kind of just drop down and just spider web underneath you. The wall starts slowly just flickering and just.
What?
And you can see the doors slowly just.
Oh my.
As the giant doors in front of you pull open, and across all the walls you see a mural slowly seeming to take form, ranging from things of nature the sun, death, life, just all sorts of images that just seems to just spring into light. And some of them have more of like a dark violet light, probably symbolizing more of like things of death and of the antithesis of light, but it helps to frame those things of light in a more resplendence around you, and it's just all over the walls.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gawking at all of it.
Mm.
I'm guessing
Isn't-
it's not like I'm gonna recognize anything, right?
You can roll a religion check.
Anything look familiar to me, Guru?
Lathander's up there,
Hey, pretty boy. Okay.
like a drawing of Lathander.
That's what I thought!
Yeah, no, Lathander, by the way, is beautiful as shit.
Yeah, like you're not sure if it fully encapsulates. Like, you've seen a lot of different takes on beauty and such as this. This is pretty good. You know, like around him, there's like several bits of like that dark light, which really just emphasizes the light coming off of him. Makes him glow better, if you will.
I'll walk up to him a bit, or like to picture him.
Mhm.
I'll put my thumb on it and I'll cast light on that section.
Okay. The light from it just seems to glow brighter.
Yeah.
Doesn't really seem to do anything else, but it does glow brighter.
And do I see any of the other gods? Modrod and Cobble.
They are at the ceiling.
Okay.
Modrod is, as the Wayfinder, is holding a compass, essentially, a way to find the path. And Cobvorm is holding what looks to be a quill and ink. They're holy symbols.
Alright.
There's a
You
specific...
see the door is open,
The
right?
door has opened now, yes.
I'll go to the door.
Okay.
Guru, real quick.
Mhm.
So inside the doors, there's a picture of Lathander, or was that outside?
That's in the room,
In the room,
yes.
and there's also a picture of.
A lot of other gods.
Okay.
And actually, when you went up to check it and cast light on it, Pharos, you can actually see that when you get closer to them, each of them has their name written on them in
Do I
multiple
see-
languages, like many languages.
Do I see Sad Nature Boy anyway?
Make a perception check.
Sad nature boy. May I make one as well?
Isn't there something about the Nature Boy being sad and crying a lot?
Angla?
Like, yeah. Couldn't Angla cry and do something after a loved one of his died or something? Something like that.
Mm.
19 perception.
Can I make one as well to see?
Yes. Yes, I know which story you're referring to. Elle, you do see it, and Pharos, you do see it as well. You see it first, of course. Higher perception check. You catch sight of them first. You see, it shows them in, their normal, the way that they tend to be. A scythe that seems like cut from across the chest, and then the blade going behind their head. They are lit with a bright light, but again surrounded by a dark light.
Can I try
Forrest-
something?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Forrest walks up to it,
Mhm.
puts his head against it,
Mhm.
and just says, "In all due respect, I don't care how much you disagree with my God's views, but I'm combining our cultures to become better."
Also, fun fact, Lathander and Angla are on opposite sides of the room.
And while the force is head against it, Angla will light, and the light will drop from within.
Okay. So Angla begins lighting up more. There's, you definitely see that.
Right.
And
Okay.
he says, the last thing he whispers is just Lathander's light be with.
Could I approach this?
You may.
Is it a mural or is it a statue? I'm
It
sorry.
is a mural
Mural.
Okay.
etched into the wall.
Can I inspect it with my negative fucking 1 investigation?
Sure.
Oh!
Oh, hey, what do you know?
Speak of your modifier, and it will slap you and be like, "Hi, watch this." This is like freaking.
Well, while she goes over it,
Eh.
she is humming something. Dawn, it was actually the song you told me that she knows, the one that her dad used to sing about, or the one that her dad used to hum about Angla that like helps focus, essentially. Oh my god!
I heard that.
That song. She's quietly singing that under her breath.
As you're singing it, and it's very much illuminated thanks to Pharos, and because of the illumination, you notice something. And the song, as you're singing it, you're thinking it's very just an idle thought. But you move your hands, and you can kind of put your hands against Angla's face and just kind of like look them in the eye, and then you kind of just put your hands near where the eyes would be and just kind of press against it. And you hear a faint. You have no idea
What did
what's
I
going
do?
on. And you kind of
I
step
broke
back,
something.
and you watch as the mural section of like the piece of the mural seems to like shift and warp slowly. And you see as you finally hear this little as you watch as Angla is pulled backwards, illuminating the path before you, revealing another stairway
Going up?
going up again. Yes.
Oh, hey, Daddy's song worked.
So you have two choices, which I'm actually gonna say we're gonna end the session on this note. You have big doors or secret tunnel.
I can't believe I rolled that.
Secret
God
tunnel.
damn it, I was
Secret
trying
tunnel.
so desperately to not start singing that.
That was a DC
It's
18.
necessary.
So
Oh my god!
if you had rolled a 19 or a 20, that was what you needed to actually find it. And
I made it
Amazing.
18 to 20.
well played.
Mhm.
So yes, you have found a secret tunnel and big doors. But we will find out which one they take, not next week, but in 2 weeks. We are taking the week of Christmas off, the entire week. I know Christmas is up to a certain day, and I know that people will be like, yes, it is coming up upon us. We see her.
I'm gonna be beyond fucking bored out of my mind next week. Gee.
I know, I
Right.
know. Believe me,
Yeah.
I know. But I'll be using that time to recuperate, to
Yeah!
gather my strength, and then unleash the hells.
I also need to recover, thank you. I need that recovery time.
Yes.
You did that to yourself.
Your fault.
Somewhat. I did the rest.
Your stinky boys who love secrets got called out. It's fine.
Oh, one of them was a stinky boy. The other one, trying to keep their nose clean, just happened to have fish smacked on their face. Haha, see
Sorry.
that
Bowfish.
Bowfish.
Cool. It's fine. Look,
Oh.
He
Azar's
was
doing good.
Fearchick's a stinky boy too.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he tried to keep his nose clean. I didn't say the rest of him was clean.
Well, you see, Azar's fine. He's okay. He's just living
I
his
don't-
life right now.
My favorite part about Beatrix's thing is even if he wanted to blame Bowie,
He can't.
Right.
because everything leads back to, well, you could have just told.
Yeah. But you had a whole boat ride to do it.
Yeah, he's not very good about being forthcoming.
That's why he's so upset, because he can't be mad at anyone but himself.
And I
Yeah.
love it.
He is. Yeah, he's.
But that being said, we will find out which path they take next time. And until that time, we appreciate you all for watching with us. We hope you have a wonderful day. I at least hope you do. I don't know about, I can't speak about everyone else, but I hope you do. And until next time.
Except you, Timothy. Suck a dick.
Until next time, we hope you have a wonderful day, week, month, year. And we will see you all next time.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye!
Bye.
If anyone makes a see you next year joke, you're getting killed in my next one shot.